Something isn't right. Okay, no, that's right. Okay, yeah. Okay, I thought I miswrote the numbers. Discord is all wonky again, but what else is new? Hello and welcome to the Streaming Parson Plays the Quintessential Quintuplets, Memories of a Quintessential Summer. And today we are going to play through the Miku route. We started the Miku route, and then we're gonna play through it, and after that, because it'll probably only take me like, apparently I went through the Nino route really fast on Thursday, so I assume that the Miku route probably won't be too much longer. And then after we finish the Miku route, we're going to go back and do the survival route a third time to unlock the Yotsuba and Itsuki routes. So that's the plan for today's stream. So last time, we had finished the Nino route. And the Nino route was okay. It was just like her trying too hard to be the girl Futaro likes and overthinking it. And I was just constantly saying like, no, just use your big girl words and tell them what you want. But we'll see how Miku handles it. Because Miku's... Miku isn't the type to be as assertive, so we'll see how she handles trying to spend time with him during the last few days of their little summer trip. Because we had just started the Miku route. Finally! Here. Thanks a lot. Oh, that's a big help. And I just need to check my microphone real quick. Okay. Looks okay there. Whew. I can't feel my legs. I don't think I can take another step.
んですね。本当にお疲れ様です。ここでお昼を食べるつもりでしたし、上杉くんが回復するまで私たちも休みましょう。
But I remember now, because Miku wanted to go hiking, so we didn't do a beach day on the Miku route yet.
賛成。あ、そうだ。上杉さん、水分補給も忘れずにしておいてくださいね。
Why, thank you.
ふうくん、お水よ。
It's the Miku route. Get out of here, Nino.
ふうたろう、これ飲んで。ちょっとミク、今のは私の方が早かったと思うけど。私の方が絶対に早かった。
Just give them to me. I'll drink them both. I'm really thirsty. Huh?
いい風が吹いてきた。少しは涼しくなりそう。なんと言えばいいのか。まさに山にハイキングに来たという雰囲気になってきましたね。
That's how hiking works.
こういうのがいいと思ったんだ。
Like, okay, think of it this way. Like, if you're just walking along like a flat plain, you wouldn't call that hiking. Like, hiking implies that you're going some kind of elevation, which is like hill at lowest and on average mountain. Like, come on, Itsuki. Yeah, for sure. Nice suggestion.
あ、みんな静かに。何か聞こえた？鳥の声
？I can hear it getting closer. Did it perch on some branch in this tree?
綺麗な鳴き声だね。どこにいるんだろう。こんな近くで聞こえるなんて感激です。風太郎、どんな鳥かわかる？
You think I can guess a bird just by its chirp? Maybe possible for a professional bird watcher, though.
あ、見つけた。あそこ。木の枝に鳥が止まってるよ。おお、本当です。しかも青い鳥じゃないですか。四つ葉、声が大きい。逃げちゃうから。あ、ごめん。すごいよ、お兄ちゃん。幸せの青い鳥だよ。何かいいことがあるかも。
I wonder. In my opinion, just getting excited by seeing a blue bird is happiness enough, don't you think? Anyway, the bluebird of happiness is just a legend. For those of you who don't know what the bluebird of happiness is, it's an urban myth in like Asian cultures about like if you see a bluebird, usually like a jay, it's supposed to be like a symbol of lasting love. And usually like the idea is that when a bluebird flies over a couple, it's supposed to be like a like love blessing. That's the TLDR of it. There's like more to the legend than that, but I'm just giving you the simple rundown.
はいはい、うんちくはストップ。今はそんな空気じゃないでしょ。
Miku thinking it though.
耳を澄ませてみると違う鳥の鳴き声もする。あの青い鳥以外にもたくさんいそう。
If we came back here at night, we might be able to see an auroral owl.
いいわね。見てみたいわ。フクロウって可愛いし。
You find them cute? Auroral owls are like those brown owls that you see. They're kind of common, actually.
可愛いわよ。目がクリクリしててモフモフで耳みたいに羽が飛び出してるのもいいわね。
Wrong. The one with the feathers sticking out is like the long-eared owl. They're commonly mistaken for our Ural owl.
どっちも可愛いの。
Okay, to be fair, the long-eared owl is the common one, and the Ural owl, which has like shorter ears, it's a brown. It's just like it's similar to like the standard long-eared brown owl, and then there's just another brown owl. But point is, they're not that rare.
フクロウ、もしいるなら見たいな。ですが、夜にここまで来るのはさすがに危険ですね。明かりもないもんね。お月様と星の明かりだけじゃ厳しいよ。
You would think that like the villa would have a bunch of flashlights ready, lanterns, you know, just in case power generator like fails out. Because they established early in the story that the building runs on its own power generator that operates on fuel. And that's why Futuro said, oh, we have to ration it during the survival phase, which is why the girls get all antsy when it's all hot out, but they're not allowed to use the aircon. So you'd think that a place like that would have flashlights and lamps around. So if you had to go out at night, you should have some means to create light. That's the point I'm making.
鳥、逃げないね。そうね。これだけ騒いでるのに飛んでく気配がないわ。街にいる鳩なんてちょっと近づいただけでもバーって飛んでいっちゃうのに。私たちのこと怖くないの
？Well, it's probably because they are less wary. Huh? It's because they are less wary. I think there's a typo. Than other birds. This island has been uninhabited for a long time. After all, they might not see humans as enemies.
ああ、そういうことなんだ。
But that's just a guess. I'm just an amateur. Hey, you know what? How about we eat soon? I'm starting to feel hungry after resting a little.
賛成です。実は私もお腹が。
You're always freaking hungry. Damn. Itsuki getting cooked.
上杉くん、何か言いたそうな顔ですね。
Not me.
とりあえず手分けして広げちゃおうか。了解。このおにぎりとても美味しいです。山菜ご飯も味がしみしみ。お弁当といえばやっぱり唐揚げだよね。お魚のっていうのがまた新鮮だよ。
うん。
やったね、ニノさん、ミクさん。みんな喜んでくれてる。私が作ったんだから当然よ。なんて、やっぱり目の前であれだけ美味しそうに食べてもらえると嬉しいわね。喜んでもらえて本当によかった。でもちょっと味付けが濃いめかな。
Is it though?
別にまずいとかじゃないからね。そういえばそうですね。おにぎりも少し塩気が強い気がします。
Yeah, because I thought Miku made them. I'm guessing they purposely made it saltier for us so we can replenish our electrolytes.
おお、そういうことですか。3人ともそこまで考えて作ってくれたんだ。正解よ。そこまで見抜かれると嬉しい反面ちょっと恥ずかしいわね。風太郎はどう？私たちの作ったお弁当美味しい？
Yeah, it's delicious. It's nice to eat something savory after walking and sweating all day.
ちなみにだけど、どのおかずが美味しかったとか好きな味とかある？
I can't really pick one thing. All of them are delicious.
そっか。喜んでもらえたなら私も嬉しい。
Why is she frowning? I thought I complimented her. No. You're saying the food in general is good. That is not the same as saying you did a good job, Miku. Those are two completely different statements.
あ、そうだ。デザートってわけじゃないけど、クッキーも持ってきたんだ。
Hey, we take those.
クッキー？ミク準備いい。ちょうど甘いものが欲しいなって思ってたんだ。
Not enough sugar.
しょっぱいものの後にはやっぱり甘いものが欲しくなりますね。多めに焼いてきたからちゃんと全員分あるよ。ありがとう、ミクさん。
For the record, what I'm drinking is just like a lychee black tea. Just added sugar in it. But what I really needed was a lemon, which I didn't have. But if you wanted just a nice cool drink in the summer, even though, yes, I'm aware it's only like May 11th today. But you want a nice summery drink, you just get those black tea bags. So you make some black tea. I have the lychee black tea, but any black tea is fine. And then after you heat it, like you make it like hot tea, then you put it in the fridge for a bit with lemons. And then you just add sugar at the end. I didn't have the lemon and I didn't put enough sugar, so it's just like just cold black tea, which is fine too. I mean, it's healthy. It sounds like it's closer than before.
ですね。これはもう姿が見えるんじゃないでしょうか。本当に出てきましたよ。
Not so loud. I can't believe it. It's right there.
ちょっとお弁当を狙ってきたんじゃないでしょうね。ありえますよ。観光地ではトンビが食べ物を奪っていくという話を聞いたことがあります。
It's not a seagull. No, I don't think this bird is the kind that steals food. Miku.
お前なんで私の近くに来るの？
いや、鳥さんに聞いても返事はないんじゃない？
もしかしてミクのクッキーに釣られてきちゃったんじゃないかな。じゃあクッキーいる？当たりみたいね。それにしてもまさか自分から寄ってくるなんて。上杉君の言った通り、人への警戒心が薄いのですね。
Aww. The bird likes Miku.
肩に乗った。かわいい。大丈夫？ミク、肩痛くない？平気。
これはミクのクッキーがすっごく気に入ったってことかな。
そんなこと言われてもどうすれば。
Calm down. If you don't try to forcefully push it away, it should stay quiet.
そうなの。
そうだって言ってるみたい。
そうかしら。私にはもっとクッキーをよこせって言ってるように聞こえるわよ。
It's just as much of a Glen as Itsuki. Damn, Itsuki just catching these stray fires.
どうしてここで私が出てくるんですか？
Damn, he be cooking her
ク
though.
ッキーいる？かわいい。もっと食べていいよ。食べてる食べてる。ミクさん、次は私も食べさせてみていい？うん。クッキーは小さくしてね。
Do not feed the wildlife. The bird really seems to like you, Miku.
自分でも驚いてる。
幸せの青い鳥に懐かれるなんて、もしかしたら本当にいいことが起きるかもしれませんよね、上杉さん。
Maybe, but seeing Miku this happy makes me want to believe that. That was like an easy one though. Hopefully the rest of the choices will be this easy.
ついちゃう現金な青い鳥だし。
You say that, but you seem really happy about it.
懐かれるのはやっぱり嬉しいから。
あれ、鳥さん寝ちゃいました？ほんとだ、目を閉じちゃってる。
ミクの肩、そんなに居心地よかったのかな。
こんなに近くで鳥が寝てるところを見るの初めてだ。
That is a first.
私も初めて。触っても起きないし。
これはもしかしたらミクには鳥使いの才能があるのかも。その才能一体どこで役に立つのよ。
Be a bird trainer.
マジックとか？こうなったらマジシャンを目指すのはどう？
どうって言われても確かに返事に困るね。
けどこんなに好かれてるんだもん。ミクさん、本当に幸せを分けてもらえるかもしれないよ。
いいことあるといいな。
How can they get so excited over a single bird? It looks like they're having fun, so I'll leave them be. Just testing the camera there. I thought there was a discrepancy, but maybe it's just me. Oh man, this is bad. I'm starting to feel sleepy. Maybe I ate too much food. Oh no. This is not good. I can't keep my eyes open. Don't worry, it's early in the stream. I can do this!
風太郎。あれ？風太郎、もしかして。
あれ？お兄ちゃん寝ちゃったね。
Oh, he literally just fell asleep there.
やっぱり疲れてたんだ。無理もないよ。7人分のお弁当をここまで一人で運んだんだもん。きっとそれだけじゃない。昨日夜遅くまで起きてたから。
Except he lasted longer at Miku's rather than he did Nino. Nino, like, he just gets out of bed in the morning, just like, dude, I'm tired. go back to sleep.
とりあえずこのまま寝かせておいてあげましょう。ところでこれってフー君の無防備な寝顔が見られる絶好のチャンスよね。はわ、ニノがいつになく悪い顔をしてる。ですがスマホは別荘ではバッテリーがどうとかで。
Just burn it into her memory.
あ、そうだった。もうタイミング悪いわね。スマホがあれば取り放題だったのに。
Don't be creepy.
残念だったね、ニノ。これだけみんなで話してるのに全然起きない。こんな体勢で寝てたら疲れも取れないよね。だからこれは風太郎のため。決して私が膝枕をしたいわけじゃないから。
It's not like she wants him to use her lap as a pillow. Yeah, okay there, Miku.
ミーク、フー君に近づいて何をしようとしてるのかしら。
She's on to you.
違う。これは。そんなごまかさなくてもみんなわかってるから。風太郎くんに膝枕してあげようとしてたんでしょ。
Just admit it. Just make it easier on yourself and just admit it.
なんでわかって。
さすがにこれはわかりますよ。
でも違うから。私はただもっと寝やすい体勢にしてあげようとしてただけだから。
ミクは優しいね。
そういえばさ、ミクはずっと風太郎くんのことを気にかけてたけど、もしかして何かあったの？風太郎が疲れてるのはきっと山登りだけが原因じゃないから。
え？どうして？
風太郎、昨日も夜遅くまで私たちのために復習用の問題集を作ってた。
実力テストのですか？
うん。
まったく上杉くんは思い出作りを提案したのはそちらだというのに。というか、そもそもこの島に来たのだってフー君へのお礼だったのに。
でも島から出られなくなったから、また風太郎に頼りっぱなしになっちゃって。
状況が状況だから仕方ないけど、本当頑張りすぎなのよ。それが上杉さんらしいけどね。私はね、みんなの気持ちはお兄ちゃんに十分伝わってると思うよ。
そうなの？
でもうちのお兄ちゃんは困ったところがあって、素直にお礼を言ったりできないんだ。
だね。まあ男の子ってそういうものなのかもしれないけど。
むしろこんなお兄ちゃんと一緒にいてくれるミクさんたちがすごいなって思うもん。できたらこんなお兄ちゃんとこれからも仲良くしてあげてください。ライハちゃん。なんてけなげなんでしょう。やっぱりうちの子になってほしいです。よっつばさん、苦しいよ。
大丈夫だよ、ライハちゃん。そう簡単に私たちと風太郎くんの関係はなくなったりしない。
むしろふうくんが嫌って言っても卒業まではとことん付き合ってもらうわ。
うん、心配いらない。私たちはこれからも一緒だから。そう、これからもずっと。風太郎と一緒にいたいな。
あいつらはどうしたんだ？
I don't know why they even bother separating it. It's like, we're still in the same place. Time hasn't really passed. Ugh. I can't believe I fell asleep in a place like that.
仕方ないよ。それだけ疲れてたってことだし。
You should have woken me up when you noticed.
起こすなんてできませんよ。それに可愛い寝顔でしたよ。
Yeah, because they all saw it. You can't get away from it now. Ugh.
そんなに見られるのが嫌なのですか？
A little, yes. No one likes being watched while they're sleeping.
はあ、写真撮りたかったわ。こういう時に限ってスマホを持ってきてないなんて不覚よ。
Stop being creepy, Nino. That's a like, though that is a relief. But like you, Nino, why is... You've seen me sleeping countless times, right? Like when you were about to kick me out that one time.
私は過去を振り返らない女なの。それに昔と今じゃ事情も違うのよ。
Yo, he just straight up recalled like the second chapter of the manga, like in that throwaway line. Just whizzes right by you, huh?
そうだわ。ねえライハちゃん、お兄ちゃんの寝顔の写真とか持ってないかしら？どうだったかな。探してみればあるかもしれない。
Stop it. You don't need to look for anything like that, okay, Raiha? Damn. This is why I hate this sort of thing. Exposing vulnerable moments while, like when someone is sleeping.
でも私は嬉しかった。風太郎がそれだけ私たちに気を許してくれてるってことだから。写真は私も欲しかったけど。
You too, huh?
実は はこっそり撮ってましたなんて、これは口が裂けても
Yo,
言えないな。
Ichika holding that trump card though.
いちか何か？
なんでもない。ほんと写真撮りたかったね。
And just to be sure, you didn't do anything weird to my body, did you? Drawn on my face, for example?
してないから安心して。そもそもペンなんて持ってないし。
Well, there's someone here that's been known to do something like that. Right, Nino?
何度も言わせないで。私は過去を振り返らない女よ。むしろ私を疑うよりも横にいるミクを警戒した方がいいわよ。こっそり膝枕をしようとしてたもの。
That was a weird lag moment, but let me just show you the camera's in sync. Looks like it is. Okay, yeah. It was a weird lag moment, so I thought the camera just fell out of sync. Yo, but Nino straight up snitching on Miku, though.
ニノ。ごめん、風太郎。その、いたずらするつもりは全然なくて。
You should get thinking like, I got you guys beat on both of those departments. You're making too big a deal out of it. Well, actually, it would have been a problem if you actually went through with it, though.
なんだかんだ言って、男の子にとっては夢だもんね。女の子の膝枕って。
Don't assume that's a dream of mine.
あれ？今の。
More birds?
さっきの青い鳥の声だよね。
Bird, bird, bird. Bird.
ああ、あそこにいますね。
もしかして私たちのことを追いかけてきた？
Look, man, I ain't got no more cookies.
それはないでしょう。いくら人懐っこくても野生の鳥が。
Nah, it seems like it really is following us.
私たちの上をぐるぐる飛んでる。心なしかミクのことを追いかけてるような。まさかミクのクッキーが気に入ったからついてきたんですか？恐るべしミクのクッキー。これはマジシャンじゃなくてクッキー職人になるべきかも。
そんなに言うほどいいものじゃないと思うけど。
どうするの？このままじゃ別荘までついてきそうだけど。
Just wait the moment to grab it and then cook it for dinner. For now, it's not causing us any problems. Why don't we just leave it be and let it do as it pleases? What you think? If you don't like it, I can shoo it away.
私もいい。怖い鳥じゃないし、可愛いし。
青い鳥に気に入られるなんて、やっぱりミクいいことあるんじゃないかな。
Does she know though?
幸せか。
Does she know?
風太郎。戻ってきた。もう汗だくだ。早くお風呂に入ってさっぱりしたい。
そうですね。荷物の片付けや夕食の前に汗を流しておきましょうか。というわけだから私たちはお風呂に入ってくるわね。
I think I'll take a bath too. My body feels sticky.
行きましょう。
今回もダメだったな。
何がダメだったの？
四つ葉。
盗み聞きみたいでごめんね。でもミク、お風呂に来てからずっと浮かない顔してて気になっちゃって。よかったら話してよ。私で力になれるかはわからないけど。
大したことじゃない。
本当に？大したことなかったらそんな顔しないよ。 というか、上杉さんだよね。ミクにそんな顔させるのって。
そうでも風太郎が悪いわけじゃない。ただ風太郎が私の作る料理にうまいとしか言ってくれなくて、勝手にモヤモヤしてるだけ。
ああ、そういうことか。
いろいろ工夫とかして頑張ってるつもりなんだけど、うまい以外に感想がないってことは、まだまだ私下手なんだね。
いやー、それは違うと思うよ。朝ごはんもお弁当も、それにクッキーも、ミクの作ったのはどれも美味しかったし。
ありがとう。そう言ってもらえると嬉しい。もっと積極的に感想を聞いたりしないとダメなのかな。でもそれはなんだか違う。
その気持ちはわかる。聞くんじゃなくて上杉さんの方からもっと感想を言ってもらいたいよね。
どうすればいいんだろう。
これは難問だな。上杉さんが出すどんな問題よりも難しいかも。
さっぱりしたわ。これでやっとくつろげそうね。
風太郎はまだお風呂？
そのようですね。疲れているようでしたし、ゆっくりしているのでしょう。
風太郎くんが上がったらご飯の準備って感じかな。でもこのまま寝ちゃいそう。
こんな時間に寝たら夜に眠れなくなるってことはないわね。いちかだし。
Yeah, come on, guys. All your yawning's making me tired too.
大丈夫。
そこは大丈夫というところなんでしょうか。
ね、ミク。どうせだし、さっきの話、みんなにも相談してみたらいいんじゃない？
でも
上杉さんがお風呂に入ってる今がチャンスだよ。
わかった。
ねえみんな、この後時間もらってもいい？私の部屋に来てもらえないかな？
いいけど、改まってどうしたの？相談事？
ちょっと。
私も構いませんが、ここではダメなのですか？
上杉さんに聞かれると困るんだよね。
つまりふうくんに関係することなのね。いいわ、早く行きましょう。それでふうくんがどうしたの？
実は私じゃなくてミクが絶賛お悩み中で。
あんたが？どうしたのですか？また上杉くんが問題行動を？
When is he not?
いつきちゃんは風太郎くんに厳しいな。
Is she though?
実際上杉くんが発端になることが多いでしょ。彼が関わらなければ平穏に。
Well, you're half right.
いえ、すみません。続けてください、ミク。
その風太郎が私の作る料理にうまいとしか言ってくれなくて、もやもやしてて。四つ葉と同じ反応をしてる。
そうなるでしょう。
それでどうかな？みんなの意見も聞きたくて。
これはまた難しい悩みを抱えたね。それでミクはどうしたいの？
私は風太郎にもっとちゃんととは言わないけど、うまい以外の感想を言ってほしいというか、本当に美味しいと思ってくれてるのか不安になる。
気持ちはすごくわかる。
ほとんど料理をしないあんたがよく言うわね。
手厳しいな。
でもまあ、ミクの気持ちは私もわかるわ。美味しいって言ってもらえるだけでももちろん嬉しいけど、やっぱり少しでも食べてくれる人の好みの味に近づけたいし。でも、ふうくんはああだから、これ、かなりの難題よ。
わかってる。
ねえ、思ったんだけど、風太郎くんは美味しいしか言わないんじゃなくて、美味しいしか言えないんじゃないかな。
Yeah, I mean, that could be the case. He is not known for his palate.
どういうこと？
だから、料理の感想をいろいろ言えるほど、情報を持ってないってこと。
確かに、それはあるかもしれません。ふうくん外食なんてほとんどしないだろうし、せいぜい学食くらいじゃないかしら。
Yeah, and if you remember, what he orders in the cafeteria is not something known for taste.
その学食でも、焼肉定食焼肉抜きなんて感じだし。
ちっともわからないよ。
ほら、私たちってなんだかんだでお父さんにいいものをたくさん食べさせてもらってるでしょ。ニノの料理が上達したのも、いいものを食べてこうしたいって考えてるからじゃないかな。
まあ、それもなくはないわね。ですが、上杉くんの食の情報はライハちゃんの料理だけと言っても過言ではありません。おそらく今の上杉くんが感想を言えたとしても、ライハちゃんの料理との比較になってしまうのではないでしょうか。
And the Nino route already taught us the whole problem of like trying to compare yourself to Raiha.
ライハちゃんの料理はこうだからこうしてほしいなんて、ライハちゃんにも作ってくれた人にも失礼よね。
風太郎くんがそこまで考えてるかは疑問だけど、やっぱり情報が少ないと感想は言えないと思うんだよね。
じゃあ、風太郎にもっといろいろ食べさせればいい。
それが一番よね。でもすっごく時間がかかるわ。
Yeah, and you're already like low on time here.
それなら、やっぱり風太郎に感想を聞いて好みを探っていくしか。
ねえ、あんたはそれでいいの？
どういうこと？
料理の学校に行きたいのよね。それってふうくんが好む料理を作りたいからなの？
Oh, that's interesting that Nino knows that because once again, it's the Doofy like timeline thing, right? So this is supposed to be the summer right after they return from their Kyoto trip. As far as the story is concerned, Miku doesn't tell Futaro about the culinary school thing until way later. Not until like fall, basically, where just before the culture festival arc, which is near the end of the story. Miku doesn't tell Futaro the culinary school thing until near the end of the story. Well, yeah, basically near the end of the story, because we have like then it goes through the whole school festival thing, the culture fest thing. But for Nino to point this out now means that they already know, that she already knows. And the question then is begged, where would Nino get this information? Did Miku already know? Well, I mean, the obvious answer would be that she got it from Miku, and that means Miku already knew back then that she wanted to make this choice. She's just never told Futaro until later. That's kind of the assumption, assuming that, you know, we accept any canonicity from this story.
あんたは料理を始めて間もないし、ぶっちゃけセンスもないんだから。 Damn.
Harsh critic.
個人に固執した味にこだわらない方がいいと思うけど。まあ、ふうくんのためだけに料理を覚えたいって言うなら止めないけどね。ミク、どうかしました？ミク？
ありがとう、ニノ。それにみんなも。
全然ありがとうって感じの顔じゃないんだけど。
私ちょっと考えたいことがあるから部屋に戻る。
ミク？
ねえ、私何かあの子を怒らせるようなこと言った？
You sure did. But I'm not gonna give you the answer. You better be able to figure that out yourself.
ううん、あれは怒ってる感じじゃなかった。
You just made her. Okay, I do have to give the answer. You literally made her question everything by saying that. Like everything Miku thought that she wanted in life up to this point had just been like questioned. And now Miku doesn't know. It's like, is this what I really want? I mean, on the one hand, like that's important. You should question because, you know, you could make a bad decision based on like false assumptions. So you do need to really question those kind of things at all times, like what you really want in life. But at the same time, like, damn, like Nina was not graceful about it either.
ミク、どうしたのですか？
Well, Miku's got to sort that out. She needs to really ask herself what she wants out of life. But once again, this is one of those things that, like, I'm not harsh about Miku's side of it.
あいつらはどうしたんだ？
Because Miku is still in that discovery phase. She's not as how do I put it? By the time we get to the school cultural festival, and the part when Miku does kind of say to Futaro, I want to go to culinary school. At that point, Miku had really decided that. But at this point in the story, you can't really make that statement about Miku. Because Miku is not absolutely sure yet. Ah, that was refreshing. One good thing about this island is being able to go into the hot spring every day. But where did those guys go? I thought they were having a chat in the living room or something. Oh, and then Miku just walked out. So this is literally right as like that other moment was ending. Oh, hey Miku, I was wondering where you were. So you were in Yotsuba's room all this time. Miku, what's up?
なんでもない。他のみんなも四つ葉の部屋にいる。
Something seems off. I hope you guys haven't started a sisterly quarrel or anything. Because I'm not doing Sister Wars 2.
違うよ。本当になんでもないから心配しなくて大丈夫。
Well, he should know damn well that when she says it's nothing, it's definitely something. If you say so. I'll take it. I shouldn't ask too persistently, or else she won't tell me.
ありがとう、風太郎。
You don't look too thankful. I just want to look at something real quick. Oh, I just killed it with the Futaro parameters. See, I'm already at 5 stars. I wasn't struggling. I wasn't struggling with like I was with Nino. That was easy.
お姉さんたちの様子を確認したいんだ。
Oh yeah, that was easy. Huh.
ニノにもそう言われた。そんな。
Yeah, wow, I already got the 5 stars on Miku's route. That was easy. A bit.
そっか。でも本当に大丈夫だから。じゃあ私部屋に戻る。
Okay, just don't be late for dinner. There's definitely something going on. I'll wait for the right time and casually ask the others about it. Even though, well, he doesn't know that it's about him, so... In the end, I couldn't find time to ask Miku, and now it's already dinner time.
ニノ、お醤油取って。
はいはい。っていうか、これくらい自分で取りなさいよ。
あ、次は私で。ニノよろしく。
私を挟んでやりとりするな。
As I observe the situation, it seems that Miku is her usual self, though I can't help but feel that something is off.
上杉さん、どうしました？お箸が止まってますよ。お腹空いてないの？
No, it's not that. I was just lost in thought. By the way, Miku, you didn't help us out with making dinner. Are you feeling unwell?
そんなことない。ただ少し考えたいことがあって。
I see. That's good then. Come to think of it, what happened to that blue bird? Is it still outside?
さあ、わからない。
そういえば別荘まで来たらどこかに飛んで行ってしまいましたね。
It's a shame we couldn't keep it as a pet.
それならそれで構わない。野生の方が自由でいいだろうし。
Yeah, because what's your big plan, Futuro? Like, you have to leave the island in a couple of days. You're not gonna take the bird with you all the way back to wherever you guys live. You're right.
ごちそうさま。じゃあ私、部屋に戻るね。何かあれば呼んで。
あ、はい。おやすみなさい、ミク。
おやすみ。
I don't know. I'm getting a bad feeling about this. Like, why is this shaping up similar to, like, 5 memories spent with you? Where, like, Miku is super avoidant in that story, too. And if you recall, when I streamed that game, I gave the Miku story, like, a low rating because of, like, this constant Miku running away. Of course, like, in that game it was worse because it's supposed to be after everything is said and done in the main narrative. So Miku was supposed to have grown out of this, like, avoidant behavior. Whereas, like, here, I'm a little bit more graceful to it here because, like, Miku is still processing that. And that's very much the case with what happened in the manga after the Sister Wars. Miku needed to process what she wanted in life. And that's why she was a little avoidant of Futuro for a little while in the manga too. Whereas, like, in 5 memories spent with you, it was completely unwarranted. It was like a backpedal. Whereas, like, here, okay, yeah, it is what would happen. Like, this Miku being avoidant now makes sense. Guys, can you gather up here?
じゃあミクも呼んできますか？
Nah, it's alright. In fact, this is about her.
いくらフー君でもあれは変だって気づくわよね。
Yeah, because you guys have very easy tells. What do you mean, even me? Well, putting that off to the side, you seem to have some idea as to why, correct?
まあ、心当たりはあるけど。
So that means you really did have a sisterly quarrel after all. Oh, he's just wrong, as he normally is.
してませんよ。
Really? But you all gathered in Yotsuba's room, right? Did something happen there?
いえ、ちょっと話をしていただけです。
Okay, so he's actually just wrong. What did you guys talk about? Was it something that could... Was it about something that could have upset Miku? Tell me as well.
風太郎くんストップ。さすがにそうズカズカと踏み込んでくるのはデリカシーがなさすぎだよ。
Yeah, he is being kind of... He's already wrong, and then he's trying to now force answers. But...
そんなにミクが心配？
Of course. She seemed so happy during the day, and then suddenly...
そっかな。昼間もちょっとへこんでる時がなかった？
Really?
やっぱり気がついてないか。
What the... What do you mean?
だから、ミクがへこんでることに気がついてなかったのが原因といえば原因なんだよね。
So there's a reason why Miku is feeling down. and me not noticing her feel down is the cause of it. I don't get it. Yeah. That's what the girls were talking about, is that you don't get it. Oh, I get it. No, you don't. I did something lacking in delicacy again, correct?
それがそういうわけでもなくてですね。だから困ってしまっているのですが。
So basically what Itsuki's saying is that, like, if it was that easy, we'd have fixed it already.
なんですよね。上杉さんが悪いというわけじゃないんです。
No, Yotsuba, wrong. It is his fault. He, like, okay, you could make the argument that, like, okay, Miku is expecting a little bit too much, which you know, that's a valid argument, but Yotsuba is wrong here because it is his fault. Miku has certain expectations. He wants him to compliment her. He wants him to see her, notice her, but he's not doing that. And that makes Miku unhappy. So it is his fault. It is all his fault. Even if Miku's expectations are a little bit unrealistic, it's still his fault. It doesn't change that. That doesn't change that. Miku's high expectations, even though they're a little bit unrealistic, doesn't change that it's still Fururo's fault. Like, it's not as... Like, it's not... He's not solely to blame. That is also true. But at the same time, Yotsuba is incorrect by saying that it's not... Saying that it's not his fault, it's just false.
少なくとも、フー君がミクに謝れば解決なんて話じゃないから。
That's why I like Nino. Correct. You can't just say you're sorry. You have to change your attitude. Futuro needs to change the way he views them as women. That's his fundamental problem. Of course, this is the whole problem I have with this game in general. Is that, like, if the story is implying that this takes place after Sister Wars, as Nino calls them Fukan, it's supposed to be the summer, after the Kyoto trip, he's supposed to know that his actions have real consequences. That was the whole point of Sister Wars. So, he should know that if he does something, there are real outcomes he has to consider. And especially when it comes to Miku's feelings. Because one of the big arm wrestles in this Sister Wars arc is that he realized that he was unresponsive to Miku's feelings all this time. And that's why Miku and Ichika acted the way that they did. Futuro realized that oh, I didn't notice them as women. And now it's starting to be a problem. That is what he realized. So he can't be here doing the same. He can't be doing the same dumbass move again. Like he should be conscious of that. It's like, oh, I have to notice Miku's feelings. I should take them very seriously. That is what Futuro should be thinking. And yeah, you could try and make the argument that, like, Miku kind of trolling him at the end of the Kyoto trip may cause him to backpedal on that, but that's not a strong argument, because Futuro knew, like, deep down he knew that he knew that even though Miku was kind of screwing around with him a little bit at the very end, he knows how Miku really feels about him. He does know. And so the reason why, like, Miku kind of had to troll him was for it was a plot device so that Futuro cannot give her an answer at that moment. Just like the whole Nino thing, right? And you have to look at, like, Miku's little arc along with, like, what Nino was kind of doing earlier in the story, where Neji wanted to write the whole, like, the way he wanted to go about the culture festival arc is that was going to be the time he gave the girls an answer. He couldn't give any of the girls answers beforehand. He can't give it to them separately like that. Which is why, like, during the Nino and Futuro working together little mini story, Nino's all like, oh, you know... Oh, sorry. Let me backtrack a bit. when Nino and Futaro work together, there's a part where Futaro was going to tell her how he felt, but Nino cuts him off and says, "No, you don't have to tell me yet. I know you don't like me because I've been so terrible to you in the past." And so that was a plot device so that Futaro didn't have to give her, didn't have to tell her that he liked her at that time. Because in a way, he does like all of them. And that's something he continuously wrestled with. But of course, the reason why... one of the most important scenes in Sister Wars, I think people forget, is a very somber moment. Is actually his bus ride with Yotsuba is the most important scene in Sister Wars. Which is crazy to think, because like, if you ask me what my favorite scene in Quintessential Quintuplets is, my favorite scene in the entire story is at the end of Sister Wars, where Ichika and Miku make up. And Ichika's like, "Kome Miku, kome ne," right? Like that scene always makes me tearjerk a little bit. But the most important scene in the story is actually when he's talking to Yotsuba on the bus. And he tells her, in your perfect world, you think that everyone can be equal, but that's not how things are in the real world. Eventually, you have to make a choice. Eventually, you have to decide. And that moment for Futaro to really self-reflect, and this is where like the whole major theme of like Futaro realizing his actions have real consequences. But it's in that moment that Futaro reflects on that. He goes, "No, you have to decide." And part of his decision making is that he has to be he is self-conscious about how the women in his life feel about him. And so going back to this game, the reason why like it's kind of stupid that Futaro is running into this problem is because he's already well aware of how Miku feels. So he has to use better words. He has to be more direct in how he compliments the girls. Of course, like, part of it is, like, there could be a subconscious thing he's doing because he's a little bit afraid as well. That he can't be, like, just always giving Miku what she wants. Because, in a way, that would be him choosing her over the other girls. To always give Miku what she wants. And even though Miku's desires are a little bit, like, selfish as well, right? She wants that kind of... how do I put it? Isolated validation, if that makes sense. Like, she wants the attention to her. She wants him to specifically compliment her and to focus on her. But for him to do that would also be in a way for him to choose her. Which I know it's kind of like, you're playing a Miku route, so I think we can allow that. But at the same time, like, I think unlike 5 Memories Spent With You, where it's like, okay, it's that game's straight up a dating sim, whereas like this game is a little different, right? It's a survival, the resource management survival, with the dating sim as the extra bits. But for him, I don't know, this game did not really want to like feed into that, the whole like, because it's not really a dating sim, so he's not supposed to be talking to her like it is a dating sim, if that makes sense. We're not breaking the fourth wall that early in this game. Then what should I do? If it's my fault, then I'm the only one who can fix it, right?
そうだな。ミクがへこんでいる原因に風太郎くん自身が気づいてくれるのが第一歩?
Okay, Futaro, what you need to do, Futaro, is go find the YouTube channel, the Streaming Parson. Go click on the Streaming Parson Plays, the Quintessential Quintuplets, Memories of a Quintessential Summer, Part 8. Go about 1 hour in and watch that part of the video. I got you. No, this is why I don't understand. Stop beating around the bush and tell me straight up. I got you, bro. I got you.
それはできないわ。きっとあの子は私たちからフー君に言ってほしくないはずだから。
I don't have that qualm. I got you.
それに。
Also, what?
なんでもない。とにかく私たちから聞き出そうなんて思わないことね。
I don't understand. Since I can't ask them, the only choice is to ask Miku directly. That is certainly a way of going about things. Use your big boy words. You got this. I believe in you. This probably sounds tactless. However, I can't just leave it alone. As a human being, it is impossible to feign ignorance after causing someone distress. And what about our plan to make summer memories together? It's no joke that Miku would be the only one with a gloomy memory. Anyway, I need to be careful. With my words and actions, I don't want to hurt Miku. It's me. It is now a good time. I just need to talk to you. Please.
いいよ。入って。
Thanks.
話って何？
You look like you were feeling down. I'm sorry, but I asked some of the others about it.
聞いたの？
No, not everything. I just heard that I might be the reason for this.
そっか。
This response, it's just as Nino predicted. As expected for quintuplets, huh? What's going on? Did you have a problem? Please, tell me. Especially if it's because of me.
ごめん。これは風太郎にだけは言えない。
So you're just gonna tell me... What? But Miku just said she's not gonna tell him. This is weird tact. I feel like there should be a not in there somewhere. So you're just gonna tell me even if I ask. It should say, so you're not gonna tell me even if I ask. I don't know, I feel like the translation's kind of screwed up there. Ichika told me that realizing the problem is the first step to solving it. But honestly, I don't have any idea. So if you don't tell me, I can't apologize or fix it.
それでも言えない。
Even if I have to go on like this forever without realizing it? I give up. I didn't think she'd be this stubborn.
話はそれだけ。今は一人にしてほしい。
I can't leave you alone here. I can't leave you alone here. If you tell me that, do you really think I can just say okay and leave? We're supposed to make memories together here, right? It's not fair that you'll be the only one without good memories because of me. I can't forgive myself. So, please, Miku.
風太郎。でも、やっぱりダメ。風太郎には言えない。
Miku.
話はもう終わり。出て行かないなら追い出す。
Oh, what? Damn it, are you trying to force me out? What part of I'll make you leave was unclear?
出てって。
No! Or rather, I absolutely can't back down here. She's trying her best to like push him out, but he's too big. He's too strong for her. Hey, Miku, don't push so hard. I'm gonna lose my balance. Ah! Now look, I told you so. I'm sorry. Now look, I told you so. You would have fallen if I hadn't caught you.
ごめん。
Good grief. Are you able to stand? Are you hurt?
大丈夫。風太郎が受け止めてくれたから。
Miku. What's up? Hey, Miku?
今、私、風太郎と。いや、
Ah! Yo, hey Miku, I'm not done talking with you. Let me in here.
ごめん、風太郎。今日はもう無理。
Yo, she's so flustered though. Yes, you can. Open the damn door. I'm gonna break your teeth in with a sledgehammer. No good. I've been completely locked out. What do? I have to find a way to talk to her again.
今の悲鳴はミクどうしたの？
ってフー君？なんでドアの前でへたり込んでるの？
This is,
はっはーん。これは話を聞こうと強引にミクに迫ったら逆に追い出されたってところかな。
Stop reading the script, Ichika. It's a misunderstanding. I was very much peaceable.
じゃあ話は聞けたのかしら？
She didn't.
つまり追い出されたわけですね。一体ミクにどんなことをしたのですか？
Like I was just saying, it's all a misunderstanding. The situation was beyond my control. Don't give me that.
風太郎。
Yo, hey Miku, I'm not done talking with you. Let me in.
ごめん、風太郎。今日はもう無理。
Yes, you can. Open the damn door.
はあ、最悪だ、私。風太郎は私のことを心配して話を聞こうとしてくれたのに、それなのに。あれ？今の声、もしかして。やっぱりお前だったんだ。姿が見えないから巣に帰ったと思ってたのに。こんな時間にどうしたの？もう夜なんだからこんなところにいたら危ないよ。もしかしてご飯が欲しいの？ごめんね。今あげられそうなものは何も持ってないんだ。
No, I'm a messenger from the gods. I'm here to help you out.
私がこんな風じゃきっと幸せも訪れないんだろうな。
And I've come to give you my
お
blessings.
前のせいじゃないよ。悪いのは全部私だから。
Well, you're half right. Go rewind like 15 minutes ago. And watch that whole discourse again. I'm not doing it again.
今の悲鳴はミクどうしたの？
あ、行っちゃった。
Like I was saying, it's all a misunderstanding. The situation was beyond my control.
風太郎、ごめんなさい。
Alright, next day.
さて、
Oh,
ど
not
うした
next day
の
yet.
か
Thought we'd be in the next day already.
お兄ちゃん、ミクさんをいじめたって本当なの？
Absolutely not. Whoever told you that is spreading false rumors.
ですがミクを怒らせ部屋を追い出されてしまったのは事実でしょ？
Itsuki, you're totally planting ideas in Araya's head, aren't you? I don't think she was really angry, but if I tell them what happened, it'll turn into a mess.
ミク何か言ってましたか？何も言わないまま追い出そうとしたんですか？
Well, she was telling me that. She didn't want to talk about it, and she wouldn't listen to me.
そうですか。
まさかミクに直接話をしに行くとは。あなたは変なところで思い切りがいいですね。
What are you getting at? I couldn't think of any other way to handle it.
でもあのミクがフー君を追い出そうとするなんて。
What makes you say that?
それだけ風太郎くんには話したくなかったってことだね。
But what am I supposed to do now? Miku won't talk to me, and you guys don't seem interested in helping me out. I'm at a dead end. Yeah, because you gotta figure things out yourself, buddy. Or you could rewind 15 minutes. Come on, man, I got you. It's like you're asking me to solve a problem with no clues or hints. It's insane.
力になりたいのは山々なのですが。
If we don't do something, our plans to make summer memory... Are you guys fine with Miku being the only one with no fond memories of this trip?
それはふうくん、そのことミクに言った？思い出作りの話。
That's when he realized he messed up. Yeah, I did. What about it?
ねえみんな、ちょっといいかしら。
What?
あ、ごめん。ふうくんは離れてて。
Oh, I'm getting kicked out of here too? Come on.
ミクのことを話したいのよ。だから絶対に盗み聞きをするんじゃないわよ。
Fine.
じゃあ私が見張ってる。任せて。
お願いね、ライハちゃん。
What is going on here?
風太郎くん、お待たせ。
Okay, we skipped that whole conversation, because they'll probably tell us what it is later. It's pointless for me to ask what you guys were talking about, right?
まあね。
I see how it is.
上杉さん、今から私たちがミクと少し話をしてみます。
You guys are?
あの子が落ち込んでいる理由、私たちが思っていたものと違う気がするのよ。
If you say so. I mean, I know what it is, but...
ですので、緊急家族会議です。上杉くんは立ち入り禁止でお願いしますね。
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh. Okay, now we get to see the sisters' conversation, I guess. Because it's neither Miku or Futaro. Never mind. Why? Why does the game label things like that? Because you might just say it's Miku's side. Miku's here.
いつき、どうしたの？
私だけではありません。今あなたの部屋の前にみんな揃ってます。
ミクと話をしたいんだ。開けてくれない？
風太郎はい
ないよ。家族会議だから立ち入り禁止って言ってきた。
とりあえず部屋に入れなさい。このまま立ち話させるつもり？
わかった。それで家族会議って何を話すの？
あんたのことよ。一体どうしたの？
どうしたって。
夕方、私の部屋を出て行っちゃってから様子が変だなって。
それに心配して部屋まで来てくれたふうくんに何も話さなかったって聞いたわ。
言いたくなかったから。
Yeah, but you gotta use your big girl words. Otherwise, you'll never fix the problem.
その言いたくないことって何なの？夕方話したこととは別よね。
なんでそうなるの？
あんたが何も言わなかったっていうのが引っかかったのよ。黙ってたらふうくんを困らせてしまうことをあんたが想像できないはずがないわ。
もっと料理に感想が欲しいんだとしても、ミクならそこまで意地張らないよね。
Because it's not about the cooking.
ええ、上杉くんが自ら夏の思い出を作りたいと説得しているのですから。だから 他に理由があるのではないですか？上杉君には話せないようなものが。
And honestly, to her own sisters, to some degree, because the problem is all the sisters, they all think this. What? They all think the same thing about this.
これは私の勝手な想像だけど、あの時に私が言った何かがあんたを悩ませてるんでしょ？
Yes.
ふうくんの言葉が届かないくらいに。
ニノは悪くないよ。
No, no.
そんなことが聞きたいんじゃないわ。
ねえミク、話してくれない？私たち何か力になれないかな。上杉さんも心配してるんだよ。
将来のことで悩んでる。
Yeah, because Nino made her question everything. And it's like, are you cooking just to make Futaro happy? Like, and Miku's like, what am I doing this for anyway?
将来？
私はこのままでいいのかって。
Take the plunge.
何それ？このままでってどういうこと？
進学のこと。
進学。ミクは料理の学校に行きたいと言っていましたね。そこに迷いが生じたということですか？
Yeah, see, this is an interesting detail because, remember, in the manga, it's not revealed until near the end of the story, as I mentioned earlier. So for the sisters to already know it here implies that she's probably been talking to them about it. But this story then wants to highlight on like her journey to really considering going to culinary school. Like, what does she actually want? Of course, in the manga, we see that like Miku wants to become a better person. And even though she frames it around Futaro, the way Miku says in the manga, she's like, I want to become the kind of woman that Futaro would love. And so, even though she uses that wording, what Miku ultimately wants is to become a better person. And a better person, in her mind, is to pursue a life that not only makes her own life better by being a more functional human being and being more confident in herself and all that, but a person that serves others. And that's why like cooking is a very direct way of doing that. And so that's why Miku wanted to become a chef. Even though she had, she wants to basically become a chef. Because she wants to be the kind of person who makes the world around her better. She wants to be a servant. She wants to be a civil servant kind of person. She wants to serve others. And cooking is a direct way of doing that. And so, I guess what this story is trying to play at the thought process that we don't see in the manga, because in the manga we just kind of jump from moments to moments, if you will, because once again, Futaro's time is divided up between the other sisters. But Miku has to really decide, like, why do I want this? Do I want this because I think it'll make Futaro like me, or do I want this because I want to be a better person? Of course, in the manga, we see that the answer is the latter, that Miku chose this life because she wants to be good and do good for the world around her. Which is the reason why people like her so much, and the reason why I did not like the Miku story in the other game, in 5 Memories Spent With You. That's why I didn't like the Miku story, because Miku backpedals on this conviction that this story is trying to make her process.
なんで迷っちゃったの？島に来てからもあんなに料理を頑張ってたのに。
Yeah, I even got that cooking score to 99.
もしかして上杉さんのことで自信なくしちゃった？大丈夫、ミクはすごく上達してるよ。
そうじゃない。
じゃあ何？センスがないって言ったことを気にしてるわけ？
No, it's not that she doesn't have the talent for it. It's just that she doesn't know why she's doing it.
違う。そもそもセンスがないのは 自分が一番わかってる。
そうよね。センスがなくておまけに不器用なのに、それでも作るのは好きなんでしょ？
うん。
では一体。
ミク？
ミクにも自分の考えを整理する時間が必要なのかな。
See, and to add on to like why she couldn't talk to Futaro about it is because what she doesn't want is for him to give her an answer. She has to think through this herself and ask herself what she wants and why she wants it. But of course, like I said, like I kind of spoiled it, but you know, spoiling the manga, she figures out that like she wants to make the world around her better. And that's her independence, if you will.
自分でも自分の心がわからなくなってしまうほどの悩みなのですね。
じゃあ話の続きは日を改めてってことにしようか。
気を使わせてごめん。
気にしないでください。こちらこそせかしてしまったようですみません。
相談はいつでも受け付けるからね。遠慮なく言って。
ありがとう。
それじゃあ私たちはこれで。おやすみミク。
おやすみ、みんな。
おやすみ。
さて、どうしたものか。
I see. So Miku was worried about the future.
私たちも全部を聞けたわけじゃないから完全には分かってないんだけどね。
これから自分が進む道のことだもん。簡単に答えは出ないし、いっぱい考えちゃって当然だよね。
Okay, I just need to think about something. Now that after I gave you that little Miku discourse, I have to think about something. So I'm trying to remember the Ichika story off the top of my head. So the Ichika story was about her worrying about the acting thing. So her worrying about like her work and acting and stuff like that. The Nino story was about Nino trying to mold herself into the kind of girl Futaro would like, based on the criteria thing back in what was it, like chapter 16 or whatever, chapter 16, 17. The part where he stays over at the Nakano's apartment to study. And now we have Miku's story about like her convictions of the future. I think what this game's main story is, and I'm gonna try and predict Itsuki and Yotsuba's stories as well, is that the route stories in this game fundamentally bridge the transition between Sister Wars and the final parts of the story, where they confidently move from like just their the hypothetical of dating Futaro to what they want in life and how they move forward toward the end of the story. So looking at Miku again, I was just thinking about how, well, a major part of Miku's story is that Miku decides for herself what she wants out of life, to become a chef so that she can do a service for the people and cook to make other people's lives better. That's what Miku wants. This story is her thought processing that, because in the manga we don't really see it. When it comes to Ichika and her acting concerns, yeah, we see a little bit early in like the story, but when Ichika makes the decision to leave school and then go acting full time, her concerns of that are kind of processed in the Ichika route. And Nino the way she starts approaching Futaro more and her more like aggressive flirtiness, but at the same time she kind of her approach to being herself in trying to approach Futaro and show him how much she loves him. That story is kind of processed that she can't be someone else in this story. So the stories written for this game is to create the bridging stories for how they changed from the Sister Wars to the Culture Fest, like the transition to the Culture Fest arc and all the preamble for that. Because remember, there's only like what, I think it's like 12 chapters between Sister Wars, and then you basically get into the end, near the end of the story with the Culture Fest. It starts at like chapter 103 or something like that. And Sister Wars ends up chapter 89, I think, something like that. The chapter 90 roughly is where Sister Wars ends, and then Culture Fest starts at chapter 102 or something like that. So it's like 12 chapters or something between them, and so the sisters do change quite a bit from chapter 90 to chapter 91 in this story. And then of course, like, you see who the sisters are before the Culture Fest from chapters 91 to 102 or whatever it is. And this game is creating like hypothetical stories of how to go about that. The only problem though is that these events can't happen because one, all these events happen like in a singular point in time. It's the last 2 days of this 2-week adventure. And remember, in the manga, Futaro actually doesn't see the sisters for like a couple weeks because the sisters are busy moving all their stuff from the smaller apartment that they live in to their dad's apartment because they moved back in with him. And so in the manga, what's kind of assumed is that the sisters kind of just thought about it and maybe they talk to each other a little bit. You don't see it though, but the sisters just kind of think through it while they're moving all their stuff. Whereas here in this game creates like hypothetical situations for them to actually really flesh this out and to really dig into their thought processes. Moving on. If she's worried about the future, it's best not to leave her alone. I want to help them find their dreams, but what's the point if I don't act now? For now, tomorrow, I'll try one more time.
待ってください。
Itsuki?
ミクは自分自身の考えをまだ整理しきれていないようなのです。
Yeah, and I think one of the things that makes what makes this game kind of interesting now that I thought about it a bit more, is that, see, the reason why you don't see it in the manga, like the sisters processing their thoughts in the manga, is because Futaro is a massive distraction. If you think about it, he's a massive distraction. Because, once again, when he's around, the girls become overly self-conscious of each other. It's the whole, like, I made this joke in my writing workshop 2 years ago, where it's like, okay, what do the sisters want? Well, why is that difficult? Because I have 4 sisters who all think the same thing. But when that is not in the picture, when Futaro's not around, they're not thinking that. So then they think about other things like, okay, what they want out of their lives and their futures. Because they're not concentrated on the whole, I want Futaro to be my boyfriend. They're not thinking about that when he's not around. And so the manga obviously sticks to that because that's how the, you know, the harem manga works. So when Futaro wasn't around, that wasn't a problem for them. But in this game, you spend 2 weeks playing survival resource management. He's constantly a distraction.
なのに、ここであなたにいろいろ言われたら、ゆっくり考えることもできません。
Because what Itsuki's saying here literally applies to all of them. Oh yeah, that's true. Yeah, no shit. Okay, I'll leave Miku to you guys then.
ライハちゃんもし
ばらくやきもきさせちゃうかもしれないけど、できるだけいつも通り接してあげてください。うん、わかった。
However, doing nothing like this also isn't a solution either. If there's a chance, I might just talk to Miku myself.
上杉君、
Why are you looking at me like that?
念のため言っておきますが、くれぐれもデリカシーのない行動には気をつけてくださいね。
Itsuki, how long you known this guy for? You know he's not any good at that, right? What do you mean with no delicacy?
機会があれば自分で何とかしようなどと独断で動くのは控えてくださいということです。
Well, he tried the direct route, didn't work, so... Alright, I'll be careful. Why was I noticed? Am I that easy to read? Yes. Yes, you are. But that's one of your charms to the girls, is that
風太郎、
he is transparent. The girls understand him. Been a while since we see Miku in this outfit.
ゆうべは眠れないかと思ったけど、ハイキングで疲れてたからかな。そういえば、
Guess who's back?
あの鳥はいない。
Oh, he's not here.
そうだよね。昨日びっくりして飛んでいっちゃったし。とりあえず着替えよう。よしと。こんなに朝早くに誰だろう。
ミク、起きてる？起きてるなら返事しなさい。
ニノ。
ミク？
起きてるから入っていいよ。
おはようミク。
おはよう。どうしたのこんな時間に。
そんなの一つしかないでしょ。
She's here to challenge. She's here to challenge you.
朝ごはん今から作るから手伝いなさい。
朝ごはん。
ライハちゃんがキッチンで準備してるわ。あんたも早く来なさい。
ごめんニノ、今日はやめておく。そういう気分じゃなくて。
Okay, Nino, you gotta challenge Miku. You gotta challenge her.
そう。
Challenge time. Do it.
まあ毎日作ってたら一日くらいやる気が出ない日だってあるわよね。そんな人が料理して失敗したり怪我されたりする方が困るわ。
うん。
けど作りたくないって言う割にはちゃんと早く起きて着替えてるのね。
それは目が覚めたから。
あんた普段からそんなに早起きだった？いちかならまだ確実に夢の中よ。ねえ、やっぱりキッチンに来たら？見てるだけでもいいじゃない。どうせ暇でしょ？
誘ってくれてありがとう。でも少し散歩したい気分だから朝ごはんまで外を歩いてくるつもり。
そう。
じゃあ行ってくるね。
はいはい。気をつけていってらっしゃい。
I still thought Nino was gonna pull like if you don't move your ass, Futuro is mine. But no, Nino a good sister. She ain't gonna do that.
散歩には行くつもりだったけど、なんだか逃げるみたいになっちゃった。
Well, that's your problem.
ニ
You
ノ
run.
に悪いことしちゃったな。
That's your problem. You tend to run away from them.
きっと私のことを心配してわざわざ誘ってくれたのに。 あれ？いつき？
奇遇ですね。こんなところで会うなんて。何しているんですか、ミク？
No delicacy. Huh.
何って、ただの散歩だけど。いつきこそどうしたの？いつもならまだ寝てる時間じゃない。
私はですね、そうです。朝のジョギングをしようかと思いまして。
ああ、なるほど。食べ過ぎていろいろ心配になったんだ。違い
ます。
Damn.
そういうミクこそ散歩なんてどうしたんですか？
Don't try and change the subject.
この時間は朝食を作っているものだと思っていました。
たまにはそういう日もあるから。
たまにはですか？ここで会ったのも縁ですし、一緒に散歩しませんか？
いつきはジョギングじゃないの？
散歩でもいいかと思いまして。ミクと一緒なら。あら、そのクッキー、昨日のお昼に食べさせてくれたものですね。
ああ、うん。まだ余ってたからリビングに置いておいたんだけど、誰も食べてなかったみたい。
あったんですか？気がつきませんでした。とっても美味しかったですし、知っていれば夜食にいただいたのに。
Just saying the quiet part out loud again.
ですが、散歩なのになぜクッキーを？
昨日のあの青い鳥のため、夕べも部屋に来たんだけど、あげるものがなかったから。もしかしたらまだ近くにいてお腹を空かせてるかもしれない。
なるほど。ではミクの行き先は森ですか？
そうだね。行ってみようかな。
いやー、またまた奇遇ですね。実は私の行き先も森なんです。
ふーん。
Oh no, she's on to you.
わかった。じゃあ一緒に行こう。
At least Miku's playing along, because he has no right to make fun of Futaro about his lack of delicacy.
ぜひそうしましょう。やりました。これでミクと一緒に行動できます。あとはうまく相談に乗れれば。
You know she can hear you, right?
聞こえてるよ、いつき。普通に一緒に行こうって言ってくれればよかったのに。でもそんな風に気を使わせてるのは私なんだよね。ん？
どうしました？ミク。
ううん、なんでもない。
ここならあの鳥もいるかと思ったのですが。
見当たらないね。もう山まで帰っちゃったのかも。いつき、そろそろ戻ろっか。
もう少しだけ鳥を探してみませんか？
Relax.
諦めるのは早いと思うんです。
It's just Yotsuba.
でも朝ごはんに遅れると困るし。
おやおや、そこにいるのは。おはよう、二人とも。こんなところで偶然だね。
四つ葉？どうしてここに？
というか偶然じゃないよね。別荘からずっと草むらに隠れてついてきてたし。
そんなことしてないよ。
When you panic like that, you make it extremely obvious.
私たちを追いかけてきたんだ。
追いかけてなんてないって。私はただ日課のランニングをしてただけだから。
In the brush. Yeah, okay, there.
そんな日課があるなんて初耳。四つ葉。
はい、追いかけてました。
はあ、あと1か。木の裏にいるのは分かってるから。
なんだ、私のことも気づいてたんだ。ミクってば鋭いな。
いい地下までいたんですか？
でも私は四つ葉みたいに後をつけてたわけじゃなくて、ちゃんとジョギングしてたよ。たまたまジョギングコースの先にミクといつきちゃんがいたんだよね。
See, you play it off cool like that.
はあ？別荘から全力で先回りしてたのはどこの誰よ？
And the fact that Nino caught up.
じゃあニノそれ言っちゃう？
ニノまで？朝ごはんはどうしたの？
今日はライハちゃんとフー君に任せたわ。それにしても全員揃っちゃいました。
ミク？
It don't matter about what the future holds. The sisters are together. That's her epiphany.
ごめん。なんかおかしくなってきちゃった。みんな心配性だなって。
No matter what comes, no matter how impossible it seems, the power of 5/5, the quintessential quintuplets, the Nakanos, you guys can do this.
あんたがそれを言う？心配するに決まってるじゃない。
うん、そうだよね。みんな本当にありがとう。
どう？一晩考えて少しは整理がついた？
うん、本当にごめん。心配かけちゃって。
しっかり受け止めるよ。何でも話して。
わかった。昨日、私が将来のことで悩んでるって話はしたよね。
はい、料理の学校に行きたいという思いに迷いが生じたのですよね。
だけど、行きたくなくなったわけじゃない。ただ、このままじゃダメだって感じて。
そのダメって何なのよ。
心構え、みたいなところかな。ニノが言った通りなんだ。
え？
私は、風太郎のためだけに料理を勉強したいのかもしれない。料理学校で勉強して調理師になったら、風太郎以外の人にも喜んでもらえるようにならないといけないのに。
Yeah, so like I mentioned, she had this change of mindset by the time we get to the culture festival. She enjoys doing it. That's why she wanted to do the pancake shop for the culture fest. She really wanted to find ways to make people happy with what she's learned from the bakery, her job at the bakery. She wanted to make people happy by showing the world, if you will, what she had learned. Her mindset had changed by then. And so this story is just her processing that thought. Because once again, in the manga, there's no such story. You just kind of see, like, she goes from point A to point B, and you never see the transition period. Not really. Like, it's all implied.
でも私は、ずっと風太郎のことしか考えてない。作りながら、風太郎が喜んでくれるところばかり想像してる。そんな、身勝手な気持ちのままで、料理の道に進んでいいのかって、
Yeah,
怖くなった。
but by the time we get to the manga, that had changed. She's not so selfish anymore. She becomes extremely selfless. And that's the real reason. That's the real reason why people hated the manga when he didn't pick Miku. Because to be fair, this is a great character arc for Miku. That Miku changed in that mindset. That Miku became a different person. She wasn't so self-absorbed. She wasn't so in her head all the time. That she abandoned that kind of like self-absorbed mindset. It is a form of Miku's mentality in the early parts of QQ was very selfish. And her whole like being closed off to everyone was a form of selfishness. But that had changed. She became very selfless. She was very like giving of first Futaro and then to others. This, like, of course, like she was giving to her sisters, but like her realization of how much she loved them in the Sister Wars broke a lot of her personal selfishness. And that kind of stuck in her own, like, how do I put this? She got out of that, like, defeatist mindset that she always had. That she felt like, oh, you know, like, I can never be bold, I can never be confident. I can never be. It's because that is a form of selfishness. That's just it's not a healthy form. It's a form of self-loathing. But she grows out of that. And the fact that she is able to be confident and be like, I can offer something to the world. I can offer so much, is what Miku realizes. And people love that story arc. And that's why people were so mad that Futaro didn't pick her in the manga. Because they're like, what do you mean? Miku had the best character arc in that shift in her mindset. And so this story, what makes this story interesting, I think the Miku story is actually good in this game, as opposed to the other one. Because see, the problem with the other game, the 5 Memories Spent With You, is that the story backpedaled on that after Futaro chose her. But a reason why, like, the very reason why people would want Futaro to even choose her is because Miku has this epiphany of being selfless and to be like, what can I offer the world? And what she realizes, I can cook to make other people happy. It's not just about Futaro. I can cook to make many people happy. Because I'm damn good at it. That is what Miku learns. And then people go like, and Futaro didn't pick that?
そうだったんですか。まさかそんな風に受け止められるとはね。予想してなかったわ。
Hey, calling the kettle black there, Nino. It took you a while too.
待って、ニノが責任を感じる必要ないから、いずれ必ずぶつかる問題だったんだ。むしろニノが言ってくれて、進学しちゃう前に考えることができてよかった。
そう。けど私、こうも言ったわよね。ふうくんのためだけに料理を覚えたいなら止めないって。
そうだよ。上杉さんのためだって立派な理由だよ。誰かのために頑張るのって悪いことじゃないよね。
かもしれない。でもどうしても私自身が納得できない。
Yeah, because Miku just mentioned that was a very selfish way of thinking.
ミクは根がすごく真面目だからね。他の人に申し訳ないって思っちゃうのかな。
She is, but she's gotta get over that. That's the whole point.
ですが、これも難題ですね。料理と縁遠い私では、これといったアドバイスもできません。
じゃあ、ニノはどう？
どうも何も、ミクの気持ち次第でしょ？
Correct.
進学するなら止める気ないけど、ここでフー君のためでもいいんだってミクを納得させる理由もないわ。
ミク。
料理の勉強をする理由か。あ、そうだ！花嫁修行って考えたらいいんじゃない？
Don't give yourself away, Yotsuba. We'll cover your story soon enough.
は？あんた何言って。
ああ、なるほどね。そのまま風太郎くんのお嫁さんになればいいんだ。 だったら風太郎くんのためだけに料理をしてても問題なしだよ。
いちかまでその冗談はシャレになってないから。そうです。いきなりそんなお嫁さんだなんて話が飛躍しすぎですよ。ですよね、ミク。
Miku's like, hold on, I actually like this?
あれ、おーい、ミク？
風太郎のお嫁さん。
Take one step forward and then 2 steps back. I'm home, Miku.
おかえり風太郎。お仕事お疲れ様。ご飯できてるよ。それとも先にお風呂にする？
Well. You're the one for me, Miku.
風太郎。
Miku, how do you feel?
ダメだよ風太郎。そんないきなり。
It's your fault for making me interested in you, yeah? God, you're so cute.
わかった。風太郎、このまま。
Yeah, I won't let you go anymore.
逃げたりなんてしないから。
正気に戻りなさい。
Yeah, just knocked her on the head once. I thought the stab would have been enough.
私と風太郎の家は。
あんたね、どんな妄想してたわけ？
Nino, not down for that.
そんなことしてない。
ごめんごめん。まさかここでミクが妄想モードに入っちゃうとは思わなかったよ。
妄想してない。はいはい、わかったわよ。
いやー、ほんとごめんね。話を脱線させちゃって。
うん。
もしかして。
そうだよね。多分いちかは空気を変えようとしてくれたんだ。あんまり思い詰めないようにって。
See, but that's all Fudaro's fault because when he's around them, they all get distracted. That's the problem the sisters have throughout the later part of the story, because of the whole they're all in love with him thing.
まったくもう。言うまでもないけど、ふうくんのお嫁さんは却下だから。
割といい考えだと思ったのに。
Nino's like, mine.
ミークー。
まあ花嫁修行のつもりで進学しますなんて風太郎くんが知ったら怒られるに決まってるしね。
人生なめてるだろうなんて言われちゃいそう。上杉くんがどう言うかはともかく、まだ答えを出すのは早いのでは？
そうだね。私はミクがどんな道に進んでも応援するけど、もっといろいろな人の意見を聞いた方がいいよ。
Sending you information from the morphinogenic field.
私はミクが自分で納得しているのならば、どんな進路でもいいと思います。
Well, time to go the other routes and not the Miku route.
私も。というかニノも含めてみんなそうだよね。これじゃあアドバイスにはならないか。
Yeah, because it's something that Miku has to figure out.
料理の学校に行くか、大学に進学するか、それとも他の道か。幸いなことに考える時間はまだ少しあります。
Oh, we'll get to you soon enough, Itsuki. In about a week.
たくさん悩みましょう。私たちもいくらでも相談に乗りますから。
うん。ありがとうみんな。
よかった。
5人で一歩だけど今は十分でしょ。じゃあそろそろ別荘に戻ろうか。風太郎くんたちが待ってるよ。
あ、そうです、ミク。あなたの悩みのこと、上杉くんも気にしていますし、伝えた方が。
でも風太郎は私たちの家庭教師で大学進学のために頑張ってくれてる。
What you do?
どう伝えたらいいのか。
What you do is you take him on a date to an aquarium. And after you watch 5 penguins fumble around and you watch one of them dive, that's when you tell him.
きっと怒りはしないだろうけど、大学に行かないのは上杉さんとしては複雑だろうね。
それにまだ進学先を決めたわけでもないし。
なら私たちから進学のことは伏せて、あんたが料理のことで悩んでるって伝えておく。それでどう？
うん、わかった。
あいつらはどうしたんだ？
というのが昨日からミクが悩んでる原因だったんだ。
I see. Miku felt uneasy about her attitude that she was honing her cooking skills just for me? She was worried about that, huh? By the way, where did Miku go?
今は2階の談話室にいるはずよ。ライハちゃんも一緒に。上杉くんとしてはどうですか？ミクがあなたのために。
But this is information we know because the whole... She said it when she fed him the bread when we were in Kyoto? Well, I left myself out of it. Generally speaking, if you were to hone your skills just for one person in the future, it would be dangerous to lose that person or even be denied by them. That is true. To exaggerate a bit, it's like her identity is collapsing.
上杉さん。
Well, I didn't really mean... You know what? Forget it. Anyway, leave me out of it. Think of this as Miku's problem. Yeah, because what the girls need is time away from you. Maybe like cleaning up the apartment and moving back to their dad's place will help with that.
そうね。ふうくんが言ったのはあり得る未来というか、極端な話だわ。あの子が自分がどうして料理をするのかを見つめ直して、これからも続けていけるのかを決める。今目の前にあるのはそういう問題よ。
Excuse me. Yeah, that is true. As far as I'm concerned, the reason why Miku is so passionate about cooking is...
理由は何ですか？
Nah, never mind. Anyway, it seems that Miku now lacks the confidence to continue cooking in the future.
自信とは違うかもしれませんが。
Sorry. I don't just want to rely on what you guys think. I want to confirm with Miku myself.
それは
Something in me just doesn't seem to click. Maybe it's because a third party's opinion has crept in. Oh no, they're onto me.
上杉さん？
ああ、言ってしまいました。なんとなくこうなる気はしてたのよね。
Oh no, did you guys become self-aware that I know?
風太郎くん、噛み合わないって言ってたけど、どういうことだろう。
わかりません。
According to what Raiha said in the lounge, it seems that Miku has returned to her room.
誰？
It's me.
風太郎？何か用？
I want to ask you something. Can you open the door?
何？
I heard from them about what you were worrying about.
なんて言ってたの？
Well, how should I put it? You're worried if it's okay to keep wanting to cook for just one person, am I right? Like, is that alright to stay true to yourself?
うん。そういう感じ。わからないんだ。このまま料理を続けていいのか。
Stop right there.
何？
What did you just say?
わからないって。
After that,
このまま料理を続けていいのか。
that's right. You said, I'm not sure whether I should keep cooking like this.
それが？
So in other words, you'd like to keep cooking.
Oh.
Well, if you really don't like it, you can just say, I'm done, and throw away your knife or whatever. Well, maybe not throw the knife. That sounds kind of dangerous.
包丁を放り出したら危ない。
Yeah, you tell him, Miku. It's a figure of speech. Don't get too hung up on words. I have never used that expression before.
風太郎だって同じだよ。私が言ったことをいちいち。
I get it, I get it. Don't get mad. Anyway, aren't you looking for a reason to keep cooking? Do you like cooking, or are you doing it out of obligation for someone else?
義務だと思ったことはないけど。
By the way, my favorite thing is studying. My hobbies and skills are all related to studying, and I even got third place on the national mock exam. We remember. They were there.
え？急に何？
Well, there are several reasons why I study, but basically it's because it can become my weapon, a weapon for my future. You can say that studying and aiming to enter a higher ranked university is also a way of sharpening my weapon with knowledge. And I will get a job that can earn money to make Raiha's life easier.
ライハちゃんに。じゃあ、勉強して進学するのはライハちゃんのため？
That's right, because Miku doesn't know. She doesn't know. Of course that's part of it, or rather, that's the most important thing. But that's not all I intend to do. Because I want to become someone who is needed.
そっか。やっぱり、ライハちゃんのためだけじゃないんだ。
See, but that's exactly it, right? Because Futaro kind of had the same kind of idea. He thought he had to be dependable only for like his father and Raiha, but his time with the quintuplets, with the Nakanos, taught him different. That he can't just be a smart boy for his family. He has to be a good man, and part of being a good man is how he interacts with all kinds of people, and that started with the Nakanos. He learns to be a good man, and that's the reason why the sisters fell in love with him. See, but Miku probably didn't quite grasp that, because Miku fell in love with him really early, and she kind of saw that already in him, the whole, like, he is a good man. But Futaro didn't quite know that about himself at that time. And so, for Miku, she's kind of skipped some steps. Whereas, see, Nino doesn't have this crisis in her perception of Futaro, because by the time Futaro reaches this revelation about himself, that is when Nino falls in love with him. But because Miku kind of had feelings for him before that, Miku kind of missed this part of his growth. And so Miku lacked a bit of that awareness of where Futaro's coming from with his mentality. And why he is sincere the way that he is. And the evolution of his sincerity. Miku was complacent with the earlier parts of him figuring himself out, whereas Nino fell in love with a Futaro who had that figured out. Wait, hold on. There's more to what I have to say.
いい。風太郎に言われたからじゃなくて、 自分でちゃんと答えを出したいから。出ないと前に進めない。
Good. That's very important.
そんなの風太郎にだって申し訳ないから。
Respect. Miku?
心配してくれてありがとう。それじゃ。
We're not doing anything on our last day on this island. Moving forward, huh? That's right. If ever I lost the reason to pursue what I love, I don't think I would be able to move forward. However, Miku, you want to move forward, don't you? Then it's my job as your tutor to show you the proper way to do so. Sorry for calling you out, Miku, especially when you were lost in thought.
いいけど、今度はどうしたの？キッチンに来てくれだなんて。
It's obvious, isn't it? Cook up something to eat. Hey, could you not hear me? Cook me up something to eat.
え？
Why are you so surprised? I didn't say anything strange.
タイミングがおかしい。どうして？
Because I'm hungry.
えー。
The problem is if I don't eat soon, I'm gonna die of hunger.
他の人に作ってもらえばいい。ライハちゃんとか。
I want to eat your cooking, Miku.
そんなこと言われても困る。
Why is that? I thought we had enough resources. I'm the one with a problem. I don't think I'll be able to eat anything else but your cooking.
何それ。
Kinda weird, but let's roll with it. I don't really get it, but I guess it's just one of those days.
はあ、わかった。準備するから座ってて。
Really? Great, now I can keep on living.
もう。食材は。うん、大丈夫そう。風太郎、何か食べたいものはある？
I'll eat anything that's delicious. Anything delicious. Dude, that is a step forward and 2 steps back.
なんで2回も言ったの？
Of course, that's because I don't want to eat anything that tastes bad. Oh, you have any idea how vague that is? Like, how does Miku know what that is?
わかった。
Yeah, see, now she's pissed off.
何でも美味しいって言うのに。
Idiot.
どうぞ、召し上がれ。
Alright, time to eat then. Nom 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 nom. Yeah, it's not very tasty.
え？今、なんて。
I said it's not very tasty.
なんで。
Why, you ask? Even though I have no taste, I can still say something is bad if it's bad.
でも、前に四つ葉が石みたいって言ったコロッケも美味しいって。
Yo, you can't reference something that long ago in the manga. Like, come on. Yeah, those were much better than this. Have your skills declined? Have you been skipping out on cooking lately? You've heard that perseverance is key, right? Of course he's just BSing her because he's trying to, like, motivate her. To, like, put her heart and soul into it. You know, to find enjoyment in cooking for the love of cooking, not just because she likes him. By the way, this dish, let's see if it doesn't have enough. It just doesn't have enough depth. It's got no umami.
だったら、もう一度作る。
Looking forward to it. Please make a dish that will make my taste buds sing.
できた。食べて。
This is gross. There's no variety in the taste.
じゃあ、これ。
Yeah, we're burning through resources though. What's this? There's like no richness to the taste. It's like I'm eating a cloud.
これなら
Well, it's a shame that this is bad too. It's too bland. I will take nothing but the best right now. Oh, I'm so totally full. I can't eat another bite.
一度も風太郎に美味しいって言わせられなかった。
You still got some work to do, Miku.
まだ食べられるよね。風太郎が満足するまで完璧に美味しくなるまで作るから。
Ha ha, there you go. That's the spirit?
何笑ってるの？
Because you said you'll cook until it comes out delicious. I even said that the stone croquets were delicious, remember? Filling me out like this till I'm full and feeding me is the same thing.
本当だ。私、同じことしてる。成長してないってことかな。
You have grown. At least Yotsuba, who used to complain all the time, is happily eating what you're cooking now.
うん。
Hey Miku, do you really think that the only reason you were able to grow so much was for someone else's sake?
思うけど。
But this is where she's wrong. I don't think so.
じゃあ、
I'm going to continue what I was saying before.
勉強していい大学に進学するのはライハちゃんのためって話？
That's right. However, Miku, you're jumping to the wrong conclusions. Listen to me until the end.
ごめん。
I didn't like studying at first, just like how you didn't like cooking at first. But one time, someone made me realize that my intelligence could be my weapon. That's when I started dedicating myself to studying.
私が風太郎に気づかせてもらったみたいに。
For me, having learned that, I can't imagine that you improved this much for just one person. I found the joy in studying, and I believe that it could lead to greater things. That's how I got to where I am now. I see, so that's what didn't click inside of me. So this isn't the same for you. You love cooking itself, and you're starting to realize that you can accomplish things through cooking while having fun. The taste of your bread during our school trip, that's also the result of your efforts, right? Maybe you're not aware of that, though.
風太郎、
You've only just started cooking. It's okay if you can't move past the initial spark right now. You will eventually find your next goal.
次の目標。
Like, for example, having lots of people say that your cooking is delicious. In that way, you won't be satisfied just helping one person, and you'll always aim for more. That's the kind of person you are, so you don't need to rush. I guarantee it.
風太郎に保証されてもね。
What's with that way of talking? I really do believe that you can do it.
また風太郎に助けられちゃった。自分でちゃんと答えを出したい。
Yeah,
言っておいて。
he has a bad habit of just giving answers like that. I was hoping Miku would have just found that out on her own. So you say you can't move forward.
ううん、進める。見つけたきっかけは風太郎だけど、そもそももう答えは私の中にあったんだから。
Good. That's the perfect answer. You deserve full marks.
ありがとう。本当にいろいろありがとう、風太郎。
Don't mention it. I mean, it's just an extension of my job as your tutor. Oh no. I'm so full. It's getting hard to stand up. Oh.
なんで倒れるの？風太郎、大丈夫？
I'm okay. I ate too much, so laying on my side is more comfortable.
でもこんなところで部屋か せめてリビングに。
You guys ready for it? You guys are ready for it, right? I don't think I can move for a while.
じゃあ
Huh? Hold on, Miku. What are you doing?
こんな感じでどうかな。
I can't really say. I can't say anything other than I'm in a situation where I'm using Miku's lap as a pillow. I mean, come on, we could have just assumed that based on this image.
ごめん。食べ過ぎの時ってどうすればいいのかわからない。
Hold
胃
his hand.
薬あったかな。
Hold his hand, maybe. There's really not much to do. Just gotta chill out until the food digests.
そうだね。じゃあこのままで。
Like this?
いや。
Well, I'm okay if you're okay, Miku.
ならよかった。
Really, everything you cooked was delicious. Oh, only a normal up. I'll take it though.
実は途中からそうじゃないかなってちょっと思ってた。
You caught me, huh?
だって評価がね、味が上品とか余韻が感じられないとか風太郎には言えそうにないし、
You guys should be lying back a bit, like this.
あと無理してるなって、それくらいはわかる。
Oh no. Speaking makes my stomach hurt.
まだ辛い。
I think it's still gonna be a while. Even I can tell my stomach is crying out.
じゃあまだこのままだね。なんならちょっとくらい寝ちゃっても構わない。
No, I can't just sleep in a situation like this.
子守歌歌ってあげようか。
I don't need one. Oh,
風太郎。
sorry. Talking is tough right now. I'll stay quiet for a while, but I'm not sleeping, okay?
やっぱり歌っちゃおうかな。風太郎の寝顔独り占めできるし。
Please spare me. I don't like it when people watch me sleep.
風太郎。
そっか、上杉さんがぐったりしてたのはそういうわけだったんだ。
How'd they move him?
まだお腹が苦しいみたいで、もうしばらく部屋で横になってるって。
風太郎くんが体を張ってくれたおかげでミクの悩みは晴れた感じ？
うん。私、料理の勉強をする。そこから先はまだわからないけど。でも、もう迷うことはない。
そう。なら好きにしなさい。もちろん止めたりしないわ。
ありがとうニノ。みんなも本当にありがとう。それと心配させたり迷惑をかけちゃったりしてごめんなさい。風太郎と夏の思い出を作るはずだったのに、私が一人悩んで台無しにしちゃった。
そんな将来のために必要な時間だったのですから、謝る必要なんてありません。いつき、謝らせてあげなさい。そうしないとミクとしては気が済まないのよ。
なんて言ってるけど、一番心配してたのはニノだよね。
いちか。
とまあ、私たちはこんな感じだから、ミクもあんまり引きずりすぎないでね。
うん。
ふうくんにもちゃんと謝っておきなさいよ。
そうだ、上杉さんに進学のことは話したの？
大学には行かないで料理の学校に行くって。
ううん、それはまだ大事なことだから、もう少し考えてからちゃんと報告しようと思う。あれ？
見てミク、あの鳥さんまた来たみたい。
一直線にミクの肩に止まりましたね。クッキーが欲しいのでしょうか。
ごめんね、今はさすがに持ってないんだ。
大丈夫なのかしら、この鳥。まさか自力で餌が取れてないとかないわよね。
それはないでしょう。ここまで大きくなってるんだから。
幸せの青い鳥か。あのお話の中で青い鳥は近くにいたように、答えはもともと私の中にあったんだ。私たち明日島を出て帰っちゃうんだ。これでお別れだよ。うん、またね。バイバイ。
あいつらはどうしたんだ？
We got one more scene before the end, I guess.
この度は本当に申し訳ございませんでした。
まったく、夕食の準備をしようとして驚いたわよ。残ってた食材をほとんど使ってたなんて。
Sorry, I totally didn't think of dinner either.
夕ご飯はどうなるのでしょうか。
We could,
朝ごはんも。
if we move now, we can force something pretty quickly. Like, come on, you're overthinking this.
いつきさんが死にそうな顔してるよ。
この時間からでも集められる食材。森に行くよりは魚釣りの方がマシかな。
And still, it's dangerous since the sun is about to set, but we have no choice but to do it. Then I'll take responsibility and...
待って、そこまでしなくてもいいわ。余ってるもので何とかする。
なんとかできるんですか？
私を誰だと思ってるのよ。ちょっと質素になるけど、そこは我慢しなさいよね。
私も手伝う。
当然でしょ。まあついでにこういう時にできる工夫をしっかり教えてあげるわ。
うん、しっかり勉強する。よろしくお願いします。
私も手伝うね。そういうの得意だよ。はあ、ありがとうございます。
あの様子ならミクもう大丈夫だね。
もういつものミクだよ。
風太郎、お腹は大丈夫？まだ辛いなら洗い物の手伝いなんてしなくていいよ。
I'm fine. Well, I couldn't really fit anything inside me during dinner, though. Using up all the ingredients is my responsibility, too. I like to at least do that much.
そっか。こうやって並んで洗い物をしてると、なんだか新婚さんみたい。
Yo, she'd be throwing that word around casually. You're the one. You're the one for me, Miku. What's wrong, Miku? Shaking your head all of a sudden?
なんでもないから。
That so? Then I'm glad.
風太郎、今日は本当にありがとう。
Don't worry about it. I told you, it's part of my job as your tutor, didn't I?
さっきニノやライハちゃんと一緒に料理をしてて本当に楽しかったんだ。そう思えたのは風太郎のおかげ。ただ
But what?
ねえ風太郎、こっち向いて。
Huh? What? What are you doing? Just staring at me?
風太郎、言ってくれたよね。私はもっと上を目指そうとするに決まってるって。すごく嬉しかった。でもね、私の風太郎のためにって気持ちはずっとなくならないから。
Miku.
次の目標が見つかっても、その次の目標ができてどんどん先に進めたとしても、いや、風太郎に私の料理を食べてもらいたい。そして喜んでもらいたい。だからこの気持ちは絶対になくならないって伝えておきたかった。
Hey, can you not say things like that to me so directly? It's too surprising.
風太郎だってこういうのたまにやる。だから困る。
It is troubling, isn't it?
でも困るけど困らない。嫌じゃないし、その嬉しいこともあるし。あ、でもやっぱり困るかも。
Which is it?
あと一つ謝っておきたいことがある。
Apologize? Why?
私が悩んでたせいで昨日も今日も大して思い出作りができなかったから。
Nah, we made our memories, didn't we? When I think about it, just from the time we came to this island until now has been enough of a memory. You must have had fun too, right?
大変だったし、いろいろあったけど、胸を張って楽しかったって言える。この夏のことは一生忘れない。
Me too. Even if I try to forget, it's impossible. And I don't want to forget.
じゃあ大成功かな、思い出作り。
Yeah. It was a success from the beginning. Sorry. It was a success from the beginning. That was a weird typo there.
ずっと大切にしようね。この
Oh, whoops. I clicked too fast there. Okay, I'm gonna let you guys watch this. I'll be right back.
"誰もいないな。ちょっと早かったか。
Alright, I'm back. Alright, looks like we're good. No one is here. I'm too early.
しかしどうして俺がこんなバイトを。島に行く前に親父の言ってたバイトってのがまさか写真のモデルだったとは。しかも結婚式場の PR 写真のモデルって明らかに俺向きじゃないと思うんだが、その上なんでわざわざ新婦役のモデルと待ち合わせをして一緒に会場に行かなきゃならないんだ。こういうのって普通は現地に集合するもんだろ。
風太郎。
あれミクか。久しぶりだな。島から戻って以来か。
久しぶり。
ミクどうした。
実は
何か話があるのか。悪いが俺はこれからバイトだからまた今度にしてくれ。
私もアルバイトで、だからここに来て。
おい、お前今バイトでここに来たって言ったよな。まさか。はあ、ミクが新婦役なのか。
Not so loud, dude.
風太郎、声が大きい。みんなこっち見てる。
だがどういうことなんだよ。
突然代役が必要になったって風太郎のお父さんに頼まれて。
あのクソ親父め、ミクのことを言ったら俺が断ると思ってここまで黙ってやがったな。
すごく困ってたみたいだから、私で役に立てるならって。
だからってお前いいのかよ。
相手が風太郎だから。そうじゃなかったら
Yo.
断ったよ。じゃあ早く行こう。遅れると迷惑かけちゃう。
ああ。
お待たせ風太郎。
おう。ガッチガチに緊張してるな。大丈夫か。
大丈夫。
お世辞にも大丈夫には見えないが、表情も引きつったままだし、これでモデルなんて無理だろう。俺がフォローしてやらないとまずそうだ。
ウェディングドレスなんて着るの初めてで、モデルも初めてで。
それを言ったら俺もモデルは初めてだし、こんなタキシードを着たのも初めてだな。
じゃあどうして風太郎はそんなに平然としてられるの。
どうしてって言われても。
風太郎ずるい。私だけ緊張してるなんて。
なんでずるいになるんだよ。まあ俺もさっきまでそこそこ緊張してたんだが、この衣装は制服と大して変わらないんじゃないかって気づいてな。あと目の前にガッチガチになってるやつがいると逆に冷静になるんだなと実感している。ああ、そうか。ある意味お前のおかげだな。
Look at Miku's pout though.
こんなことでお礼言われたくない。
よしよし、少しは緊張がほぐれてきてるな。ここでもう一押しだ。ああ、顔が怖くなってるぞ。そんなんじゃ幸せそうな新婦の写真なんていつまで経っても撮れないだろう。新郎役としても隣には一番の笑顔で立ってもらいたいんだから。
もう風太郎、やっぱりずるい。
お、表情が緩んだな。少しは慣れてきたか。じゃさっさと撮って済ましちまおうぜ。
風太郎、私の方は最後の撮影が終わったよ。そっちはどう？
I just wanted to make a note about like how each bridal dress for each sister. I mean, it's part of the whole quintessential quintuplet theme, but like each one has like a number of flowers corresponding to their number. So like Miku's got 3 flowers, Nino had 2 and Ichika had 1, and of course, like when we get to Itsuki, she's gotta have like 5 flowers, and how they're gonna fit that on her outfit is gonna be. I think it ends up being like a head. No, Yotsuba, it's a headdress, I think, and they put like 4 flowers in it. I don't remember from the very first shot, but I never mentioned it until now, so I might as well mention it. Well, now.
俺も今の写真で最後だってさ。
じゃあこれで終わりだね。お疲れ様風太郎。
お疲れミク。やっとこの窮屈なタキシードを脱げるぜ。
You know what? Fair.
なんだよ。脱いじゃダメだって。
Yo, she's just pouting
違う
again.
まだ感想を聞いてない。
は？感想？
私のドレス姿、風太郎から感想聞いてない。
ああ、いや確かに言ってなかった気がするけどな。感想なんて聞かれても困るんだが。似合ってると思う。その正直
Say it.
見違いだ。すごく綺麗だったから。そんな感じだ。言っておくが、俺だって最初にお前のドレス姿を見たとき何も思わなかったわけじゃないんだからな。
ありがとう。
まったくこれで満足か。
満足。私このアルバイトを受けてよかった。話を聞いた時は驚いたけど、勇気を出して引き受けて本当によかった。
そうか。確かに出会った頃のミクじゃ考えられないな。こんなバイトを引き受けるなんて。
どうしたの？なんだか嬉しそうだけど。
嬉しそうだったか？
うん、なんとなく。
ミクが変わったのが嬉しいってことか。それはどうして？
風太郎？
いや、お前が嬉しそうだからだろうな。幸せそうな進歩を見ていればみんな自然に笑顔になるもんだろ。
そっか。じゃあ今日の写真もきっとバッチリだね。
だな。あの頃はミクのこんな笑顔を見られるようになるなんて夢にも思ってなかったな。
ねえ風太郎。
今度はなんだ？
いつかまた一緒に。
Yo.
一緒に着ようね。
Miku making moves though. Steam goes bloop. There you go. We got the Nakano Miku route good ending. We are killing it. The Miku one was really easy. Okay, so we got 2 more main routes. I don't know if I want to play Raiha route. We'll see. Because that's like 7 routes, right? That requires an extra survival playthrough. But we can begin we're gonna do our 3rd survival route for the next hour, and we're gonna work to building up Yotsuba and Itsuki routes. So let's begin. Actually, no, go back. I want to go back to title. I just want to look at something real quick. That doesn't count, by the way, as a natural. I just wanted to take a quick look at this. I didn't miss the. Well, I guess like the beach day, I had to be with Nino. So I don't know how to unlock this. I should be able to do it. And then we're gonna try and unlock everything with Itsuki minus the normal ending dumb pick thing. So Should be able to get 12 out of 13 for Itsuki. That's gonna be the goal. Alright. Now we're gonna start. For reals. For realsies. We're gonna skip. Skippity skip skip. Basically, we're on this island. It's supposed to be a nice break. Do I really have to go over the story again? We're just gonna jump right into the survival route. The survival section, I should call it. As the girls give Futaro the tutorial on the island. What there is. The very first choice. Oh yeah, that's right.
ああ、そうだったな。じゃあ、お言葉に甘えさせてもらうか。
はい、そちらのソファーにどうぞ。
ああ、ふかふかだ。うんうん。リラックスには最適だな。ああ、落ち着くな。
So I took the sister's advice to relax this time.
なんだ、どうした？
いえいえ、別にそこまでふんぞり返られるとさすがにちょっと。いえ、まあ文句はありませんが。
私お部屋の中も見たいからいちかさんたちと一緒に行くね。お兄ちゃんの部屋は私の隣でいい？
ああ、いいぞ。荷物は後で自分で持ってく。
はーい。
それじゃまた後で。
お客様か。あいつらにこんな扱いをされるのは新鮮だ。嫌じゃないし気持ちは嬉しいんだが、こうも落ち着かなくなるもんなんだな。またあいつらに教えられたか。外が妙に暗くなってる。まだ日没には早いはずだが。雲行きが怪しくなってる。いつの間に。そういや、送ってくれた船の船員が遠くに嵐が来ているが島に影響はないだろうと話していたが。
Basically, a storm comes and it floods the area a bit, and that's why they can't get us for 2 weeks. Skip.
でも時間はまだある。
そうよ、迎えの船は午後に来るんだから少しくらいは遊べるはずだわ。
Skippity skip skip. We're stuck on the island for a while.
そんな2週間もここで。
2 weeks. And then it's like, oh, they go, we don't have any food. And I'm gonna pick the third option. Because remember, these choices don't matter, they just...
なんてこった。どうすれば。
もう風太郎くんまで取り乱して気持ちはわかるけどさ。
Damn. If you pick the oh no option, you just get roasted. Yeah, because in the other two choices, he's pretty relaxed about it.
すまん。そうだな。頭を抱えてる場合じゃない。当然だが、みんな予想外の事態に混乱してる。俺だってそうだ。だが、混乱のまま、右往左往していたら迎えが来るまで生き残れない。落ち着け。冷静になるんだ。こんなところでこいつらや、ライハンを失わせるなどあってはならない。
And then we go, okay, we can figure out how to do things. There's a study, and he proposes they're gonna have a test at the end of this. We're gonna skip this time. We're gonna skip tutorial because I already know how to play this game. And now, we have begun the survival section. So the objective now is to just raise up tons of points for Yotsuba and Itsuki. So I'm learning from my mistakes, and we're just gonna give them free, because I'm not gonna give them a lot of tutoring. And we are going to food gather. We're going to gather... I think we're going to gather vegetable or fruit first. And begin! I'm just gonna save myself the trouble and just bump up their mood. Damn.
これは美味しそうです。
家庭教師として当然。
ライハちゃんと料理するのは
There's no conversation with Futuro and Itsuki. Huh.
どの料理にしますか？
We're gonna use that fruit we just gathered to make a smoothie.
すみません。
Of course you fail at it.
どうして？
Only gave me 5 mood, so I have to make sure Yotsuba doesn't dip too much.
どんなスケジュールがいいかな。
Alright, now I get these guys to start studying. Actually, hold up. We should food gather at the beginning. Oh,
こ
nice.
れは美味しそうです。
家庭教師として当然の務めだな。
Hmm.
誰がライハちゃんと料理をするの？
ここは悩む。
Don't worry, it's fine. Oh. Just pick the minced fish on rice.
ごめんなさい。
I assume you weren't gonna do well.
食
Bruh.
この魚のそぼろ、しょっぱい。
It might be a little too rich for sure.
きっと分量も測らずにいい加減に醤油を入れたのね。まったくもう。
これじゃご飯が足りなくなる。
仕方ないわね。作り直しましょう。こんなしょっぱいもの食べたら喉が渇いて困っちゃうわ。
Come on, Yotsuba.
指示は遠慮なく出してください。
I have to make sure I bump up Huh, I went with Itsuki twice and we didn't have any conversation about gathering stuff. Alright, what do I want to study with her? Let's study social studies, I guess. Because I need to make sure Yotsuba doesn't dip too low in the mood category.
できたけど自信ないわ。
Bruh,
わかんない。
bruh.
確か前にやったはずなんですが。
俺が勉強を見てやる。覚悟しろ。
You lose a lot of mood if you don't succeed in the
確か
studying.
こうで
Bruh.
大きな古墳って写真で見てもすごいスケール感ですね。
Yeah, it must be tough to make it with the construction techniques of the time.
エジプトのピラミッドもそうですが、当時は大きなお墓を作ることがブームだったんでしょうか。
I don't know if it was a boom or not, but it's interesting that the act of making large graves took place in countries all over the world. Well, it's because it was a social status thing. So it divided, like, nobility and especially royalty from the common folk who were just thrown in a hole in the ground.
昔は海外旅行なんてなかったと思いますし、大きなお墓を見て真似しようとはなりませんよね。
The idea of building a large structure as a symbol of power itself is understandable. But... Hey Gauntlets, welcome to the stream. Good Monday to you too. It's a mystery that it happened in multiple far-flung regions. If you studied archaeology and history, you might be able to understand that.
上杉さん。
Hope all is groovy. Yeah, hope things are groovy with you too. Things are working fine here. Right, let's study the Kofun period a little more.
何か分かったら教えてくださいね。
So you'll just leave it up to others. Quick question. Thoughts on the Star Fox remake models? I think it's fine. Yeah, I mean, everyone memes that, like, oh, they're just remaking Star Fox 64 again. But, like, the Super Switch 2 graphics is, like... That's cool. They're fine. Don't know if I'm gonna spend money for it, though. There's already so many games I want to buy. I don't know if Star Fox is gonna be high up on that list, though. I mean, I already went and bought Heroes of Might and Magic Olden Era, because we're streaming that probably in a couple months. Well, let's say like in about a month after we finish this game, so. And then of course, like, I'm still waiting on Fire Emblem Fortune's Weave, because we are streaming that on the channel. So depending on when they announce that game, I don't know if I'm going to stream Olden Era right away. Because if they announce that they're going to release Fire Emblem soon, then I'll just hold off and play that. But the other problem with Olden Era and streaming it early is because, like, we have early access, and early access doesn't have the full campaign, which I do plan on playing through. So, but then, like, see, I don't know how to approach that, so we'll see. But I do plan on streaming that as well, so. But I'm hoping they have a date for Fortune's Weave kind of soon. Because if it's like August for like Fortune's Weave, then like we can stream like another longer game before then. So we'll see. But I do plan on streaming both of those games, right? The short is, Star Fox is not on the priority list. That's all you...
私はこの古墳の写真を見て満足しておくことにします。
You'd think her curiosity would become a reason for her to study, though.
日本の古墳もいろいろな形がありますね。あ、そういえばこういう古墳がちょっとブームらしいですよ。形が可愛いって。
Cute? The keyhole-shaped one?
はい、この古墳の形のクッション見たことあります。
Wow.
埴輪も可愛いですよね。埴輪グッズもたくさんあるんです。昔も可愛いものを作る人ってやっぱりいたんですね。
I don't get it. What exactly is cute about this? You'll always be a weird one, Yotsuba. Okay, what do we got here?
誰がライハちゃんと料理をするの？
Okay, I need Nino to succeed at
メ
cooking
ニューは
something.
材料次第。今回は妥協。
Only alright.
あ
Only 7? I don't know about that. And then we review the first day.
もうこんな時間ですか。今日はあっという間でしたね。
大丈夫？かなりぐったりしてるけど。
私も疲れた。今すぐお風呂に入って寝たい。
It seems everyone except Yotsuba is tired. Well, I am too, but... Wait, let's check up on everything before we sleep. I want to double check on how everyone went about their days today.
重要だね。まずは食べ物と水？
On that point, things are as expected. In addition to what we have in storage, there are plenty of edible plants and fruits. The waterfall and river water seems to be clean enough so we don't have to worry about that.
よかったです。キッチンをチェックしてみたけど、調理道具は一通り揃ってるわ。調味料も充実してたから、いろいろ作れそうよ。
Is that so? Next up is electricity then.
確か地下に発電機があるんじゃなかった？危険って言われてたし、近づいたことはないけど。
Yeah, I checked it, and it's running properly. It seems there's enough fuel for a month.
だったらエアコンも使えますし、暑くてピンチってこともなさそうですね。
No, that's not exactly true.
なんでですか？
Have you forgotten? We don't know when they're coming to get us. We need to ration the fuel.
まさか冷房なしで過ごせって言うの？
Well, it's that or something else.
無理。
It's not impossible. We don't have an AC at my house. Right, Raiha?
だから扇風機は取り合いだよね。
大変なんだね。
You don't have to make it sound so pathetic.
でもここには扇風機はないし、冷房なしはさすがに辛い。
Well, I didn't say we couldn't use it. We'll just have to use it as little as possible.
わかった。早く迎えが来てくれることを祈るしかないわね。
Alright, next, let's split up duties.
でしたら意見があります。
What?
食材探しなんですが、島にはどんな危険があるかわかりませんし、ライハちゃんはお留守番役がいいと思います。
Yeah, that's absolutely right. Raiha, you're on house watching duty.
でも私だけ留守番なんて。
私もそれがいいと思います。別荘の周りはともかく、島の大部分は長く放置されていて荒れ放題ですから。
じゃあ私、代わりに料理係になるよ。任せて。
Okay. Why not?
料理だったら私もやる。
Yeah, I won't be using Miku to cook this route. You will too, Miku? Well,
お願い。頑張りたいんだ。
仕方ないわね。だったら私も手伝うわ。
I will be relying on you.
ニノ。
というよりさ、料理もみんなで順番にやった方が良くないかな。負担が大きくなっちゃいそうだし。
You're right. We'll have Raiha focus on the meal prep, and the rest of us will take turns. For everything else, we can play it by ear. Let's be flexible and support each other.
仕切りは風太郎くんに任せるよ。
頼りにしてるね、風太郎。
Leave it to me.
どうしたの、いつきちゃん。
考えていたのですが、救助側の人たちともっと連絡を取り合うべきではないでしょうか。
I get how you feel, but it'd be a big deal if novices like us messed up with the radio and broke it. It's best not to use it unnecessarily.
そんなに簡単に壊れるもの？
Just in case, let's exercise the utmost caution here.
わかりました。ここはあなたの判断に従いましょう。
きっとお父さん心配してるよね。
We'll return home safe and sound and show him we're totally fine.
あ、そういえばお父さんバイトがあるって言ってたよね。困ってるかもしれないね。
Yeah, we talked about that.
ふうくん、別のバイト始めたの？
No, that's not it. And we're gonna skip this. Oh, we just skip the rest of this too. Oh crap. Yeah. They just enjoyed the first night. Alright. You gotta do a lot of food guy at the beginning. I don't want to rely on this yet. I might have to. Let's study Japanese with Itsuki. It's a full restore. That's so broken.
覚悟しろ。
この時の友人の気持ちは怒りなのでしょうか。
I've never unlocked this. I've never studied with Itsuki that much, clearly.
ですが、前の段落では笑っていますし、怒っているようには。
Itsuki, just how long are you going to work on that one problem?
待ってください。もう少しで主人公の友人の気持ちがわかりそうなんです。
You do realize you have been on that problem for like half an hour?
それは。
It would be a disaster if this was a real test, right?
返す言葉もありません。
In your case, you have a long-standing record. I'm sorry, but I've got to be a little harsh here.
悪く思う必要はありません。上杉君のおっしゃる通りですから。ですが、この手の問題はどうしても自分の回答に自信が持てないのです。
Okay, listen. Reading comprehension questions are basically answered in the text. For example, in this question, as you said, his friend laughed and forgave him in the previous paragraph. So the correct answer is, he supports him.
やはりそうでしたか。
It's better if you learn this way of thinking quickly. The rate of your correct answers to reading comprehension questions will increase dramatically.
前処します。
Also, if you just can't seem to have if you just can't seem to have confidence in an answer, give that problem up entirely.
それでは。
Change your perspective. You can make up for that lost problem score with other problems, right? The secret to the test-taking strategy is to start with the problems you understand.
諦めるというのは納得しかねますが。わかりました。問題を諦める努力も今後はしっかりしていこうと思います。
You really are a graceless nitwit, aren't you?
その不名誉なあだ名、次のテストでは必ず取り消させますから。
Right. I'm looking forward to it.
私でも大丈夫ですよ。
どの料理にしますか？
Every morning, baby. Smoothies every morning.
すみません。
Because Itsuki and Yotsuba start with low cooking, the beginning part is going to be rough when it comes to maintaining my moods.
スケジュール立てるのは苦手な。
Yeah, we're just going to maximize this first. Come on, Miku. Yo, Yotsuba, let's go though.
俺が勉強を見てやる。覚悟しろ。
どうして使っている公式は間違っていないはずなのですが。
Hey, how long are you going to stare at that problem for? Oh, we ran into the same kind of issue twice with Itsuki. Her problem is that she stares at one problem for too long and she just, when she's stumped on a question, she just, well, the whole point is that Itsuki's character is that she's very, stubborn is the word. And so she's like, I'm not gonna back down.
せかさないでください。あと少しで解けそうなんです。
Has she also been on this one problem for half an hour? I'm telling you, no matter how hard you try, I don't think you'll ever find the answer.
それは私がバカだからと言いたいのですか?
You said it, not me. Well, if it is true that you're stupid, though. But for that problem you're trying to solve, first off, the formula you're using is incorrect.
そんなことは。
Calm down and try it again from the top.
わかりました。
It seems that you found the answer.
ありがとうございました。あなたのおかげです。
You don't seem so thankful.
いえ、きちんと感謝はしています。ただ納得がいっていないだけですので。
If you say so.
それよりも公式はちゃんと覚えているつもりでした。それなのに初歩的なミスでつまずいてしまって。
That certainly is the thing she does. You only stumbled because you're just memorizing the formulas, but don't fully grasp how to utilize them.
使い方や意味。公式はただ覚えればいいものだと思っていました。反省しなければいけませんね。
Then you don't really know the material if you just worry about memorizing things, which is the fundamental problem of like modern education. Students get taught to memorize things as opposed to like actually understanding what they're learning. Well, just understanding that is a good thing. You can see what you need to do, right?
はい。上杉くん、改めて私に公式の使い方と意味を教えてください。
Yeah, leave it to me.
Ma, ふうくんの好きにしていいわよ。
どの料理を作りますか?
I need to get better at this. Come on. Hmm. I don't think she'll be able to pull that off, though. Sure, vegetable soup it is.
ごめんなさい。
Bruh.
食
The bonuses are too low in my healing there.
ふうくんに
言いたいことがある。
Hmm? What's up all of a sudden? Is there a problem or something?
ええ、そうね。大問題だわ。
What? What's wrong? What happened?
あ、そう、び、た、い。
What?
遊びたい。
You want to play?
ふうくんと別荘に来てて、海が目の前なのよ。もっと夏を楽しみたいの。
How is that a massive problem?
大問題じゃない。生き残らなくちゃいけないのはわかるけど、このままじゃストレス溜まっちゃうわ。
そう、四季に関わる。四季が下がったら待っているのは海藻。
There's no doubt some truth in that. But Miku, I'm surprised you knew a word as complex as route.
うん。ゲームだと敵の士気を下げて海藻を誘うのは基本だから。
ゲームの話はいいの。ねえ、ふうくんだって問題だって思ったでしょ。もっと遊ぶ時間を作るべきよ。
はーい、私もそう思います。
You guys were listening in too, huh?
さっきのニノの声が大きかったので。
ほら、みんなも同じ考えだわ。ここは息抜きをすべきよ。
海じゃなくてもいい。山に行ったりするのもきっと楽しいよ。
川で泳いでみるのもいいかもね。水が冷たくて気持ちよさそうだったし。
These suggestions just keep coming. Do they really want to play that much?
みんな、ちょっと落ち着きましょう。何、いつき、あんたは遊びたくないの？
それは、私はただ今は緊急事態ですし、節度を持った行動をすべきだと思っているだけです。そうですよね、上杉くん。
Let's skip this part when the dad threatens them, because that's what he does. What? Nothing.
本当ですか？そうですよ。なんでもないって感じじゃないですよ。完全にフリーズしちゃってましたから。
It's true. Itsuki's right. Let's try and act with some discretion.
でも遊ぶくらいはいいと思う。
そうよ、息抜きしたいわ。
I got it. I got it. I'll think of something.
やったー。楽しみにしてるからね、風太郎。
こういう時、きっちりしたスケジュールがある。
I already studied math with her once. Oops. Bruh.
難しすぎでしょ。わ
Bruh.
かんない。
Bruh.
確か前にやったはずなんですが。
Bruh.
うーん。
俺が勉強を見てやる。覚悟しろ。
I need more cooking successes, though. Right. Now for the next problem. Brazil, Indonesia, and Kenya. What do these three countries have in common?
赤道が通る国ですね。
Correct. That's from junior high school studies, but you still remembered it.
さすがにこれくらいはという感じですね。
By the way, do you know that when they say equator line, it doesn't actually mean there's an actual red line or road, right?
それくらい知ってます。いくらなんでも私の学力を疑いすぎですよ。
In his defense, the last two conversations we had with you, Itsuki, you didn't know a lot there. I'm just checking. There are people who actually think that it's a real thing, so just in case, you know.
本当ですよね。
Really?
わかりました。信じます。
Well, it's better to think that there's actually a line that runs across the equator like an actual road. It's better to think that than it is to think that the Earth is flat. So, you know, Futuro, that's not the worst thing a person could think.
ですが、それはそれとして気が収まらないので、私からも一つ問題を出させてください。
Okay. Fine then.
上杉くんは赤道祭というものを知っていますか？
If I remember correctly, it was a rite of passage for sailors crossing the equator for the first time, right?
さすがですね。知っていましたか？では、具体的にどのようなことが行われるかはご存知ですか？ さあ、どうです？
I give up. What's the answer?
基本はパーティーです。あとは寸劇や仮装もやりましたね。乗組員さんたちは船から海に投げ込まれたりしていましたよ。
That's kind of dangerous, though. How would I know that? Actually, why do you know that in the first place?
経験したことがあるからです。
Experienced it?
ええ、以前クルージングした際に。
These damn rich folk. I was a fool to think that she studied even for a second.
いつもやられっぱなしですから、とても気分がいいです。
Ugh, I just don't get it. Oh man, our moods are tanking though. Nino, don't fail me now.
料理なら私じゃないの？ふうくんの好きなものでいいわよ。
Come on, Nino, you can do it.
次も任せて。
Yeah, I need those 10 points. Because I've been tanking on that mood stat. I might actually need to save. I don't want to risk falling off.
まずは下ごしらえね。
Okay, we're getting the conversation you always get when Nino gets her first success, which is pretty early.
ふうくん、ライハちゃんと一緒に野菜の皮剥いておいてもらえる？
Sure, I guess.
先にメインの料理をオーブンに入れて、 お米を炊く準備をして。これで炊き上がるまでに副菜が作れるわ。
ニノさん手際がとってもいいな。
うちのご飯は私が作ってるから、5人いる分量を多く作るのには慣れてるのよね。
あ、わかるなそれ。うちも一気にたくさん作っておいたりすることあるから。そういえばニノさんはカレー作る？
もちろんよ。カレーは誰も文句言わないで食べるから助かるのよね。ちなみにカレールーに隠し味を足す派？
鶏胸肉が特売の時は一気に買っておいて、バターを入れてバターチキンカレーにしたりするんだ。
いいわね、バターチキン。もしかしてなんとかも作っちゃう？
作る。ベーキングパウダー使えばそれっぽいものがフライパンでもできるもんね。
ただあれ、量が作れないのが難点なのよね。
そっか、5人分は大変だ。それだけ焼くと最初の方に焼いたナンが冷めちゃうし。
They're really having a lot of fun, though I have no idea what they're talking about.
カレーが残ったらヨーグルトと混ぜて鶏肉を漬け込んでタンドリーチキンにするんだけど、それがまた美味しいのよね。
へえ、やってみたいな。
すっごくおすすめよ。レシピ教えてあげるわ。
ありがとう、ニノさん。
Raiha looks happy. I don't think she can talk to many of her school friends about cooking like this. I'll have to thank Nino later. A friendly quarrel. Hey, Raiha? She's not here either.
ライハちゃんを探してるんですか？
Oh, Itsuki. Yeah, have you seen her anywhere?
いえ、見かけてはいませんが、もしかしたら倉庫にいるのではないでしょうか。
In the storage? Raiha doesn't really have a reason to go, but I'll go check. Ah, Raiha, I was looking for you. Where have you been until now?
倉庫だよ。ニノさんと一緒に残ってる食べ物の数を確認してたんだ。
Really?
どうです？私が正解でしたね。
How'd you know?
それは、そうですね。愛でしょうか。
Huh? Love? You really just said that in front of the one person here who's actually related to her?
あら？そんなことを言っているあなたは見つけられませんでしたよね。もしかして悔しいんですか？
I'm not frustrated. It's because you just randomly guessed it and got it right.
違います。私もライハちゃんとは付き合いが深いので、家族とは異なる絆も世の中にはあるのですよ。
お兄ちゃんたちなんで張り合ってるんだろう。
Itsuki just pressing all his buttons.
おはようございます。上杉くん、起きていますか？
I've been spamming the Itsuki support that we already are unlocking the first morning where Itsuki wakes you up. Oh, this is a dream. Yeah, it's gotta be a dream.
起きてください、上杉くん。ライハちゃんが朝ごはんの支度をしてくれていますよ。
This voice. Itsuki, good morning.
ええ、私です。よく眠っていらしたようですね。
Yeah, I guess. I was fast asleep until I heard your voice.
こんな状況でよくそんなに。その強胆さ、ある意味では感心します。
It doesn't sound like she's praising me though.
では先に行っていますから、あなたも早く来てください。
風太郎くん、
よっ
Bruh,
と。これはいけるかしら。
bruh.
順調かな。
Nice.
うーん
You can do it.
こ
Bruh.
れで合っているでしょうか。
俺が勉強を見てやる。覚悟しろ。
Hmm.
以前歴史の教科書で読んだのですが、昔の人々は占いで政治を行っていたのですね。
They used astrology, but why did you suddenly bring that up?
いえ、こうして星の動きについて勉強していたらふと思い出してしまって。占いとは言いますが、あれは完全に天文学の分野でしょ。
This is a classic example of how it's now considered a field of study, but in the past it was considered occult. In fact, what they were divining about was probably the day's weather or the seasons.
ですが興味深いですね。当時は教科書なんてないのに、昔の人はどうやって天文学を学んでいたのか気になります。
They stared at the night sky a lot and then tried to figure it out. It wasn't easy. Oh, no, no, no. They were probably just spouting totally random stuff.
夢のないことを言わないでください。
Fortune telling is kind of like that, right? They say something kind of mysterious and you have to choose whether to believe it or not.
今後上杉君に占い関連の話をするのは控えようと改めて思いました。
Do as you like. In fact, it's kind of insane that they're actually trying to govern politics through fortune telling.
私は当時の人々の気持ちがなんとなくわかります。やっぱり何か指針となるものがなければ不安だったのでしょう。上杉君だってそういうことはあるのでは？
Well, I can't really deny that.
私だって勉強していてもこれでいいのかと不安になることがあります。今はもう大丈夫ですけどね。
Hmm? Are you really?
違います。別にあなたがいるからとかそんなわけじゃありませんから。
No, you're the one who said it all. You have the tendency to self-destruct like that sometimes. Alright, 25 interested in Itsuki, nice.
誰がライハちゃんと料理をし
迷ってしまい。
Come on, you can do it.
すみません。
We'd be struggling though. Looking up at the starry sky. Something that can help them relax, huh? There's gotta be something on the island that's not too hard to set up.
おはようお兄ちゃん。ねえ聞いて聞いて。
You're in a good mood this morning. Did something good happen?
昨日の夜ね、窓から星がいっぱい見えたんだ。すっごく綺麗だったんだよ。
Yeah, we can't see the stars from our apartment, can we? Were they pretty?
お星様から元気をもらえたのかな。ドキドキしちゃってなかなか眠れなかったよ。
Great. That's wonderful. Perhaps you should try some stargazing then. At this time of year... That's right. Nice, Raiha. You've given me a great idea to satisfy the quintuplets.
何が？
天体観測ですか？
Did I stutter? Because we can see the star... Well, yeah, because we can see the stars well from here. Let's go to the beach tonight.
急にどうしちゃったの？夜は勉強っていつも言ってるのに。
You guys said you wanted a break, right? I considered about that and thought this would give you some time off.
ああ、そういうことか。ちゃんと考えてくれたんだね。
ありがとう、ふうくん。
You don't really need to thank me. I'm the leader. It's my job.
けどすごくいい考えだと思う。確かに星がよく見えるし。
Haha, how naive. You thought I was just talking about normal stargazing? What we're going to watch is a meteor shower.
流星群ですか？写真で見たことはありますが、本物が見られるのですか？
Well, this'll be a first then.
流れ星っていつ流れるかわからないものですよね。
Don't you know? The periods of time where meteor showers can be seen basically don't change.
おお、なら私は賛成です。
私も賛成。それにしても星を見に行こうなんて、風太郎くんも意外とロマンチックなところがあるじゃない。
Leave me alone. I know that I don't normally act like this.
私も風太郎と星が見たい。
ふうくんの提案なんだから行くに決まってるわ。それに夜のビーチ、ロマンチックな星空の下これはチャンスね。
ニノ、聞こえてる。
ですが、夜に出歩くのは危険ではないでしょうか。見るなら浜辺ではなく、別荘からでも。
No, stargazing is better in an open space. The beach here would be the perfect place to do it.
大丈夫だよ。みんなで一緒に行くんだから暗くても怖くないって。
怖がってなんていません。
I don't know about that one.
それにいざとなったら風太郎くんが守ってくれるよね。
Nothing's gonna happen.
もうそこは男らしく任せろって言ってほしかったな。
次私は上杉君に守ってもらわなくても問題ないです。
Why you gotta look at me like that though?
いつきさんも行こう。星、本当に綺麗なんだよ。
そうですね。せっかくですから行きましょうか。
Right then, it's decided.
楽しみだね、お兄ちゃん。早く夜にならないかな。
私たちは何をすればいいかな。
ずかしい。ここのよいしょ。いませんね。
I see you can't find anything, huh?
どこにいるんですか？いるのならおとなしく出てきてください。
Huh? Come on out, she says. Yeah, we're supposed to be picking vegetables. Hey, Yotsuba, what are you doing? Not looking for food?
はい。木がいっぱい生い茂っている場所だったらカブトムシもいるのかなって思いまして。
Why are you looking for rhinoceros beetles? What are we supposed to do about food? You weren't thinking about eating bugs, were you? Aren't rhinoceros beetles not okay to eat?
食べませんよ。野生のカブトムシが見たいだけです。
It's like, Yotsuba, get to work! Oh? That's what you're doing? No doubt, it's a rare opportunity to see them in the wild.
ですよね。私も写真でしか見たことがないので。
Let's take a break and look for some.
いいんですか？ありがとうございます。
No worries. I'm interested too. Thanks to you, Yotsuba, I can feel my inner child being tickled.
やっぱりカブトムシってロマンを感じますよね。見るからに強そうですし、かっこいいですし。特に角をスッと相手の体の下に滑り込ませてコロンってひっくり返す技はすごいです。
I understand. A powerful way of life that makes use of the structure of one's own body is a good thing.
でっかくてかっこいいカブトムシをみんなにも見せてあげたいな。そしてうちで飼って毎日スイカとかあげちゃいます。
It is okay to keep it at home. Sorry, is it? It is okay to keep it at home? Nino doesn't seem to like bugs.
私が平気なんですし、みんなもきっと喜びますよ。だってカブトムシですよ。
I doubt that.
"これは重大な選択だね。
食材から作るものを考えないとダメですね。何か一味
I'll take it. I'll take it. I need the HP up. Mood is okay.
まあまあですね。
Okay, so because it's already like 5:50, I don't want to jump into the next scene, which is the fireworks, and we get the full mood restore. We're gonna save that for Thursday's stream. So that means this is gonna be the end of the stream. We'll be back on Thursday at 2 o'clock Pacific time to continue this survival section for the Yotsuba and Itsuki routes. So that's the plan. Just a bit of housekeeping before we leave. So not much else going on this week. We just have the stream on Thursday and that's it. Don't forget to check out the D4DJ video. I do have the Esra video out, so that's all the Piki members. I've done a video for each member basically, so definitely check that out. Yeah, thank you guys for hanging out. I hope you guys enjoyed the Quintessential Quintuplets, Memories of a Quintessential Summer. I'll see you guys Thursday. Until then, I hope you guys have a good rest of your day, and God bless you.
Data をセーブするね。